It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with a cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Paid for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards into weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Burn it at both ends. I like the fire causing mayhem. I'm not tired, I've been waiting. I'm not forsaken. I'm my own and I'm jaded. Energy comes from my hatred. Call me the villain, cause I be killing. I got no feeling, I've been dealing with all my demons. I like to feed them, they be chilling. Yeah, they be screaming. I can hear them in my mind. They just wanna find any fight, any reason.
Dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. Yeah, I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse.
to be thirsty, have to be working to deserve it. Adrenaline is surging, ain't no serving. I'm the king, bring me everything that I've ever wanted, that I need. I believe I could be anything, watch me. Give me a second to blow, give me a second to grow. Be at the top of the show, be at the top like a pro. I flip the switch, different mode. No, they ain't laughing, no joke, cause I attack when they won't.
Welcome to the dark side. There ain't no place to hide.
That's what Ben picked over.
Electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die.
I think slicks his hair, and that's pretty much it. That's all he has to do.
All right, so we are back once again after a pretty wild 2 weeks so far, and it's still kind of busy, but we are back to game. So going to MaricopaCon was interesting in good and bad ways. Won't really jump into that a whole lot, but I did get to play a game, kind of a cool game called Gaslands, which is if anybody is an old-time gamer and you've heard of Car Wars, it's like that. It's basically Mad Max ish, but you can get into it pretty cheap and convert Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars.
Oh, nice.
And so I posted some pictures up of it on my Facebook. I'll probably throw some out on the Lost Tribes Gaming channel too. But the guys who put it together, the game is fairly simple, but the guys who actually put the modeling together, like they did a really top-notch job of putting everything together. And the cars that Colin and I were using were modeled after Twisted Metal. So Colin played Sweet Tooth, and he got a kick out of that. So anyways, otherwise, I played a bunch of Texas Hold'em with zombies because it was open and available, and I know the guys. I got Colin into a game of Morkborg, which, if you've never heard of that, Morkborg is basically, it's a Dungeons and Dragons variant, but it's basically strip the typical high fantasy out of everything and add death metal.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's like strip D&D.
No,
I thought it was D&D, but it's set in the Mork and Mindy universe.
yeah, I mean,
mine too.
I wasn't sure what to expect because somebody had showed me the PDF of it a while back, and I'm like, this, like the coloring, like it had neon, covers, and but it had like this kind of gory looking, like not like gory, but like the font set made it look like, and I was like, man, this is just weird. And then when I was talking to Garrett a while back, he was telling me, yeah, it's basically like Dungeons and Dragons, but you put death metal to everything, sort of thing. So it's got like that aesthetic to it, like super dark, really gothic, ultra violent, like one of the things he kept harping on was, I guess there's a spell that one of the casters can cast that it will cause your victim to crap out nails.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah, hardcore.
You made Brittany leave.
I know.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
No, I'm not.
Wow.
Brittany, come back.
I hit the wrong button, clearly. Apologies. Strip D&D didn't scare her off, but
I decided my neck was naked, so
Oh,
I
okay.
get some
She got up to get some bling. That's acceptable. Okay. So, and of course, Davey's in the chat saying hello to everybody.
Hello, David.
Why don't we give a brief recap? And whoever wants to take that over, go right on ahead.
Let me bring up my notes.
Yeah, I only have notes for the last vampire game.
And before we begin, we're missing something.
XP.
Yep. And you know what? I know Rachel will be here for the next game, so somebody roll her birthday XP too.
I'm not doing that. I like my head.
So it's 1d4 plus 1. You can just do it in the chat if you want. And then 1d6 plus 1.
I don't know how to roll not D10 dice.
The same thing. Just put the number in instead of the 10.
If you're trying to roll d4, it's what? Apostrophe R and then space and then 1d4. And just add plus 1 to whatever you roll. And Davey's trying to bless your die roll, but you've got that confused monkey look, like
I
they
think it's
like they
actually
had
backslash R.
like they
Yeah.
had in.
Oh, I heard apostrophe R.
You did.
Yeah, that's my bad. I don't use it a whole lot, so. But that look that you saw from Zoolander in the first film when they're trying to figure out the computer.
I think I got a 2.
Yeah. So
Yes, you did.
3.
So that'll be 3 for that.
Okay,
and now
so-
roll a d6.
Now roll a d6.
Oh God. Oh, sorry.
Roll a d6.
The stress. Ooh,
6.
6.
Oh,
Nice.
7. Nice.
So 10 total.
Yep.
So be sure to post that in the chat too, so that way everybody knows.
That'll be helpful.
And so let's, before I interrupt again, let's go ahead and do the recap.
Okay. Let's see. They started out with Don Malcolm from the Giovanni visited Henri at his haven to discuss taking Robert as a beard. I think that's what is that right?
Mhm.
Out of this deal, he was getting 2 vehicles, a nice suit, and etiquette classes.
Correct.
And then at the Anarch meeting, Henri discussed with the group about retaining a new ghoul and also request a shower for his place. Demaris scries on Trisha's sire and finds him. Turns out he is the Camarilla Prince for Salt Lake City. And there was a whole bunch of other people there, but I'm not going to list off who they all are. And then Ryan the La Sombra calls Sophie and arranges to meet him at Forfeit here. Of course, the whole gang goes. Everyone except Damaris and Rivas go in. While interrogating Ryan, Sophie tried to use her brain power and short-circuited, which caused her to go down like a sack of bricks and puts everyone on high alert.
They were beautiful bricks, though.
Yes. Ben and Remus take Sophie upstairs to Shannon's apartment. Seth tried to use optics to see if perhaps there was someone there obfuscated and had attacked the Baron. Ben calls Colin, who rushes over to her side as everyone is trying to figure out what is going on with her. Ryan also starts to look about, but the way he's doing it made Seth suspicious of him. He then asks if there was any spirits around. Turns out Ryan can smell spirits. Of course, everyone assumes it is Dougie, Shannon's spirit guide, who happens to be on a date with someone she met online. Ryan follows his nose, which leads everybody back upstairs. In the meantime, Damaris comes in, goes upstairs. She performs one of her unique disciplines and is able to tell that she didn't seem to be under attack, but was definitely did something to her brain pan. Ryan goes to Sophie and claims a bad smell is coming from her and informs them that she has a bad spirit inside of her, which again alarms everyone. He asks if he can pray over her, which Colin allows, and after said prayer, Sophie wakes up. Turns out that she did indeed short-circuit her brain when she tried to do some aspect snooping. We ended the scene with Ben and Seth taking Ryan over to Pantheon.
There we have it. Yay!
Yay! Yep.
Sorry, guys.
So it has been we'll say it's been 3 days since that event. been enough time to do some things, buy some things, sell some things, whatever it is that you might be wanting to do. Remus,
Yes, sir.
1 second. I just realized when I made some notes, I put the wrong character name on there. It's dumb. Right player, wrong character.
Oh, come on. That could be fun.
No, not for this one. Be terrifying if he suddenly morphed into somebody else. Okay, so
Wait,
Remus. You have gotten your pictures, so you know the location of your haven at this point. You know what it looks like.
Mhm.
From what I understand, you approve.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, your people are like they've been getting used to the place, putting up additional cameras for surveillance. Basically adding the whole like security package. Just to make sure it's nice and safe. One thing you do note, and of course your people have noted this as well, that the windows that are in here have been reinforced. So putting up security blinds is not an issue. So it's like somebody already thought about that.
Okay, awesome.
And did you have anything you'd like to kick off the night with?
I think in terms of like what Remus is getting set up, I would like to. I think we talked a little bit about like I think Remus wants to think about like starting to invest in businesses around the city. I don't know if that's something that we want to do right now, because that might be like kind of boring. Other than that, I think Remus is just kind of enjoying kind of having a place and then having his like family all set up in there. Yeah, no, he's just kind of enjoying having like kind of a quiet existence. It's what he's
Okay.
always wanted.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you go ahead and message me in Discord or wherever you prefer with anything in particular you're looking for something like that, and I can follow up with you later on,
Okay.
business wise. You've started off the morning, and at this point, the thing that you're actually starting to get used to is waking up and not having weird purchases or anything that you didn't realize happened.
Yeah.
So that's been, since things have calmed down, that is definitely something that you're actually needing to get used to.
Did that stop around the time that Benedict and I
Yep.
became
Mhm.
Remedict?
Yep.
Okay. It's his name is Benedict, right? There's no T at the end.
Yeah, there's no T. Correct.
Okay, so it's Remedict. Okay.
That sounds so bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're talking about strip D&D.
Oh no.
Again?
In my case, I put more clothes on when I lose it.
Darn, I lost this hand. I gotta put on a shirt.
You know what? That works in my
That's
favor
high.
too. I rolled another one. Oh wait. No, never mind.
So
I got that backwards.
Remus, at this point, Jeeves comes up to you and he says, boss, I think I hear somebody knocking.
And I'm immediately thinking, oh, I wonder if it's the Bradoviches, and have I talked with them about that dog? Has that technically happened?
That has not happened yet.
Okay. I'll go do. I'm assuming we have like a door camera.
You do. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna look through the door camera and kind of see who's at the door.
Okay. No one's there. And yeah, and he's like, yeah, boss, I double checked even the people. I'm not seeing anybody outside. It sounds like it's coming from in the house.
Is our house haunted?
And he shrugs. He's like, I don't think so. I mean, it was like, from what the realtor told me, it had been rebuilt like about a year ago.
How hungry does a vampire get who's been in his coffin for a year?
Yeah.
Oh God, no. Has this house been is Adam like my new downstairs base? Like,
It's like, quiet up there.
yeah, I will burn this house down. I just bought it. I will burn it down.
First thought that crossed my mind when he said the blinds were already like what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's convenient. I'm sure that won't come back to haunt me. I'm gonna try and locate the source of the knocking.
Okay, so why don't you give me perception and investigation?
You betcha, boss.
As you and Jeeves are going around looking for the source of the knocking.
Okay, so 5.
And if you don't get a good roll, you can roll again, but with 5 dice for Jeeves. I'll let you do that.
Okay. Well, he and
maybe
Hmm?
maybe you should use your aspects to augment your hearing.
Oh yeah, I have a single dot in Auspex.
There you go.
Perfect.
That will,
Perfect.
if you do it for hearing, that will lower your difficulty by 1, making you or bringing your difficulty down to 5.
Okay. And here we go. 4 successes.
Nice. Okay, so Jeeves is just kind of following you. Not really alarmed. He's just like, weirded out, like, you guys can hear knocking, and it's not like a steady knock, right? It's not like a like something machinery or whatnot. It's like every so often it's
No me gusta.
Chucky.
so you end up going down. You go down to the bottom floor.
Oh, can I put on my bulletproof vest first?
You absolutely can, yes.
Okay. And I give Jeeves his bulletproof vest.
And he's like, he looks and he puts it on. He says, "Do you think somebody's knocking to shoot us?"
Like, listen, it's been a very odd year, and I've learned so many things. I've learned that gargoyles are real, ghosts are real. I don't know what we're gonna find. We're gonna open up a pantry, and there's gonna be a loaded gun floating. And it's gonna attack us. I just want to be careful. I don't want anything bad to happen to you all anymore.
Okay, fair. If you'll let me go forward, then though, because you're kind of more important than I am.
No, you will stand. You will stay behind me, and I will protect you.
You sure, boss?
Yes.
Kind of like in my job. You actually wrote that in my job description. I needed to go first. I obviously I don't have the contract on me. It's upstairs and whatnot. But there was the minion go first clause specifically in there.
I'm a very different person now than when that contract was drafted, and we will change the verbiage of that because as far as I know, are you, and Jeeves, and I don't know if this is the time to talk about this, but you're not. Are you bulletproof? I actually don't know. Do you have any special abilities aside from just being delightful and resourceful?
Oh, well, thanks, boss. I have a little. I mean, being a ghoul grants me a little bit of stuff. I haven't been a ghoul like terribly long, but I'm a little stronger, and I think I can talk to people a little bit easier now.
Okay, well that's good, but I think that as a literal brick house, it makes more sense for me to go up front, because I can weather a bullet if need be.
Okay, from a floating phantom gun. Okay,
I don't know who's pulling the trigger, but I don't want to risk you getting hurt because I can take it.
Hey, Garrett. Got Garrett back in the house. Tapeworm.
Nice.
Hello. We're about to see the first scene of a vampire taking a bullet for their ghoul.
Yeah. And he's like, okay. I mean, he pulls he pulls out his his gun at this point, kind of walks beside you, and he says, "Okay, hang on a second. If you're going first, should I let the others know that you're like about ready to make a last stand against phantom gun that's going to shoot?"
It might be a good idea to like have them know that something's going on and just to be on alert in case.
Okay, well, since I can't go first and you're being super protective of me, I'm going to go run upstairs and go let them know real quick.
Okay, that sounds good.
Is that cool? That's not like in defiance of the ordinance.
No,
Minion must
absolutely
go
not.
first.
No,
Okay,
we're gonna
there was a clause in there that said if I retreated, I was going to get severely punished. So I just want to make sure that this doesn't count as retreating either.
No. All right. So after this is resolved and we've dealt with the phantom gun, we're going to revise that contract because there's probably tons of things in there that are not legal or like good for you at all. And if anything, you probably deserve a raise for having to deal with everything going on. So,
well, geez, thanks, boss. And then this time you hear,
oh, it's getting impatient.
yeah, and so he kind of like points over in a, like a dark corner sort of thing. He says, "I think Ghost Gun is getting irritated at our delay. Let me go run upstairs real quick and let the others know."
Okay. And this is in the dark, you said?
It's a basement, so the lighting isn't aesthetic, isn't designed to shine like everywhere, which you could obviously change, but it's basement lighting. Like pretty much any basement you go into, it's got like a bulb, somewhere. So I mean, you can see where you're going. It's just that it's not like fully illuminated like the rest of the houses.
If I use my Eyes of the Beast,
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yep, that would negate it.
Okay. In fact, I almost think I want to like turn the lights off so that way, because like while Jesus is running upstairs, like I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna deal with this, so that way he's far from danger. Now I'll leave the lights on just in case.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go over and kind of sneak over and kind of see what's going on.
Okay, so you get into it's like a nook in the basement. It's big enough for like two people to stand in. It looks like this may have been at one point in time a storage area. Maybe some shelves or something at one point, but there's nothing really down here now. It's just kind of all cement looking. And then you hear it again coming like directly from your left, really loud at this point because you're right next to it.
It's coming from a wall, or it's coming from
wall.
Okay. Do I know what's on? Like, we're in the basement.
Yeah.
You said. Okay. What is it? Just like a concrete wall? Like. Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I, with my Auspex, I should probably bring up the Auspex. Wonder if I change it to smell, would I be able to like smell? Like, does this thing smell like a vampire? Does it smell like a rat?
Only if they give off some sort of odoriferous scent. Like, for example, if somebody had smell of the grave, then you would smell like undead or wet earth or something like that. That could be something, or they're like that inhuman.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna knock on the door or on the wall in response just to see what it does.
Okay. And then, so when you do that, you hear very faintly, "On your left. Push it in."
I should have bet money on this.
Put the candle back. I'll try pushing the wall.
Okay, so give me a perception and investigations check, and this is going to be a difficulty 9.
Okay, perception. All right, so it's the same roll. Difficulty 9. Ooh. I'm not going to make this one. And I was right. I botched it.
You did.
So no successes and a failure?
And a 1, yeah.
Oof, okay. So you're kind of rubbing up along the side of the wall, trying to find something that would be indicative of something to push. It's like you're like, this is just solid cement, and your hand ends up slipping because you're like pushing hard at this point. And you end up falling like face first into the wall. I mean, you're standing, so it's not terribly far, but bam, you took a point of bashing damage, by clunking your skull up against the wall. And then you hear, not a headbutt.
I shout out like, "You're being very cheeky for a trespasser. What are you doing in my wall?"
I'm not in your wall.
Where are you then?
Okay, what is your willpower?
Oh yeah.
Unspent willpower, just total.
A total, because you haven't spent any.
Oh, then I have 6 willpower.
Okay, not bad.
Not
Not
anymore.
And he picks up the dice.
Okay, so at this point, somebody forcefully puts an image into your head that shows a hand reaching on a specific spot on the wall.
Ouch.
Okay. I go and I put my hand on that spot.
Okay, so you put your hand on that spot, and then you hear a and it sinks in just a touch. And to its credit, the way it's designed, whoever redesigned the building actually put this back in here. If you didn't know this was here, or had a way to like go between, you really wouldn't have seen it. So somebody skillfully put in a secret door down here.
Okay, George has always wanted a house that had like secret passages and stuff in it.
And
like,
so it pops ajar a second, and then like 2 hands grab on either side and throw it back. It slides. It doesn't actually like swing either way. And you see Isadora standing there.
Hold on, I have to check my notes.
Welcome to our fantasy.
Oh, I closed the door.
Okay, so you start grabbing the door, and she puts her hand on it, and she says, "You idiot!
What are you doing?
I'm trying to show you have a secret passage. You can park cars down here."
What are you doing in my house? I did not invite you.
Okay, first of all, this is not Dracula. That isn't a thing. Second of all, this used to be my house.
I am talking about the height of rudeness, the fact that you're just here in this place uninvited. Like, first you took my car without asking, and now you're like, wait, what? Why is this? You used to live here. I just bought this house.
Right.
So why are you here? What?
It burnt down. I had it fixed and fully repaired and put it on the market. Apparently your person bought it.
Oh. So you're moving out, right?
I don't talk to Sophie about that. I clearly don't live here. Okay, I thought I'd show you the extra space because it's clear nobody else did. That's all.
Thank you for the unasked for favor. Is this all you came here for? Was to just be in a creepy noise in my house?
A creepy noise? I mean, I could do that if that's something you really want. No, I could also give you memories of what happened here in this house.
The only memory I want is seeing you leaving my house.
Nobody likes the Torador.
Remus has very specific beefs with this lady where she took the creamsicle out, didn't ask him for permission, and was just like, when he was like, "Why did you take my car?" was just very just like, "Oh, hush, child." Like,
yep.
Like, I think that's the Benedict was like, he's like, "Hold me back, Remus." I'm like, "Oh."
We could actually form a club of those who hate Isadora.
Yeah, I think we probably will. But back in the moment where I'm just like,
sounds like a set-night wet dream.
I'm like, why are you here? Like, I didn't ask you to show me secret passageways. Like
Because you clearly need to know you have a secret passageway. Would you rather have an enemy figure it out?
Wait, it's a secret like so there's a hidden entrance into this place.
Yes.
Is that
Boy, that took a
do you
long
want
time
do you want to walk with me down the hall? I can show you where it's at.
It's a Revis and Isidore date.
if you really wanted to show me that, why didn't you like message me beforehand? Hey, you bought this place. I used to have it. Here, let me show you some stuff around it. Why did you just show up like unannounced and disrupt my whole household? Because now my people are upstairs and I'm gonna message Jeeves like false alarm. It's just an annoyance and just.
She says, okay, first of all, I don't know why you would go head first into a phantom gun, whatever the hell that was about, or why you would think some sort of haunting would happen. What would you think? It was a 44 cal floating around your house, and it decided to knock on your wall instead of just shoot.
Honestly, I would prefer that to seeing you here in my house.
Oh, boo-hoo. Now, would you like to see where this goes, or do you want to keep your panties in a wad and just shut the door?
Yes, let's see where this goes so I can make sure to keep it safe and hidden from future incursions by more vermin.
Oh, goodness. I'll tell the Nosferatu. Now follow me.
I would, oh, God. Oh, Mom, please. Forgive me for what I'm about to do, and I'm going to just walk with this crazy person.
So she clicks on a light. You can see the inside of here is actually big enough for a car and like a little bit of storage off the side. So basically like a small bat cave kind of in a sense, like you can park a car in here, and if you need to make a speedy getaway, you can bolt out the side here.
Does the car pop out of a holographic mountain or a waterfall or like?
Nothing quite that cool. But she takes you to the end, and it's a straight shot. She takes you to the end, and it's more akin to the like the 1960s Batman, where everything looked like real, and then it just kind of goes away. It's a physical facade designed to look just like a part of the mountain.
Oh my God, this is the most ridiculous thing.
Yeah, Garrett's like, it emerges behind the local Denny's.
Yeah.
And she says, there, see, point A, point B.
Yes, thank you. You really should work as a real estate agent. This tour was fantastic.
Okay, well, make sure to put that down on our trip advisory off of Google.
Yes, I'll be sure to give you rave reviews. Can you please leave now, or is there more? Or will there be future times where I hear a noise, a pitter patter on my doorstep, and to find you here, showing me another thing about my house, showing me the backsplash?
I don't know. Am I going to be a phantom gunner? Can you upgrade me to something else?
Like what? What do you want to be? I would. You know what I would like you to be is invited next time. Don't just show up like this.
Boy, that Venture Blue Blood really got to you, didn't it, kid?
It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with you seem to have boundary issues, and I don't have a lot. And the idea that you just violate those boundaries constantly without any sort of regard for like my sanity or my well-being is really just
your sanity.
You're just rude is what it is.
And
if you were like, hey, I'm going to show you a thing, or hey, can I borrow the creamsicle or something, I would be more likely to just be like, yeah, whatever, just take care of it. Or this is your house, what are the chances? But you just do things without any regard for anyone else's, like, don't you think that's rude?
Not entirely, no.
Okay, oh God. Is there anything else, or do I have to worry about future visits from you in the night? What, like, if you were going to sneak into the house, how would you best do it so I can make sure to?
Why would I tell you that then?
Oh God! I wanted this house to be as far removed from this business
It is.
as possible. It isn't. You're here.
Okay, kiddo, I hate to tell you this, but if somebody really wanted to find you, all they have to do is go to astral projection and you're found.
Here's the thing. I would be fine with that. The problem is that you are an unknown entity. If somebody is coming from my head, okay, that's fine. I don't know what you're even doing here. Are
If they're
you do you
coming for
think
your head, that's fine. But me physically being here, that's not.
yes, because you know where I am. How do I know like you're not a secure like I don't even know you practically. I had to look through my lexicon in my head to go like, wait, who is this person? Oh, that's right, the person who stole my car. Like
You have
I
an
don't
actual
like
Rolodex in your head?
it's the only way to keep all of this madness straight. All right. And now this one thing, this one little bit of security that I had, knowing that, okay, I have one little place that's separate from all of the other madness that we have to deal with. Then you show up and remind me, hey, guess what? It's not safe. It's not secure. It's disheartening.
Well, I hate to tell you this, but you're not going to see any different in a Cam City, and especially not in a Sabat City. So unless you want to do what that Veridat Vatslos guy did and seal yourself away in a cave that's completely airtight, which I don't think your ghouls are going to be very inclined to, hang out with you there, you're going to have to put up with that. So if you don't like me here, fine. I can deal with that. But treat this also as an object lesson then, since you're putting up such a fight about it. You should never be fine with somebody being able to find you in astral projection. Because
Okay.
that means in an instant they could be there physically. So don't sit
Yeah.
and whine and complain about it. You're lucky that I'm not the enemy, and I showed you a resource that you have available to you. That's
Oh,
all.
yes. Thank you. I
You're
don't
welcome.
even like. Are you even a friend? I don't even know. Like, if I woke up and you were standing over me with a steak, I would not even be surprised. I would be like, oh, it's today.
Yeah, you clearly don't know me, because if
I
I got that close and I was standing over you, honey, it's not going to be a steak.
Yeah, I don't know you. That's my problem.
Okay, well, go talk to Sophie then.
I have to go to another person in order to figure out who this intruder in my house
Well,
is.
you're not going to take my word for it. Do you trust Sophie?
Okay, just please go. Thank you for showing me this thing. Thank you.
Yep. So she waves, and her car is not too far away, and she says, "Toodles."
I close this door. I put as many like rocks behind it as I can. It's like, oh god. And I'm gonna message Sophie. What is wrong with Isadora in all caps?
Sophie's gonna text back. Was she hurt? Is she okay? Where is she?
Like, I think Reva just throws his phone at the wall.
What's your potence?
My potence is 3.
Okay, it shatters into a million pieces.
Sweet. And I'm gonna head back to the rest of the house, just being like rubbing my face in my hands. Like,
So
oh
you've
my
got
god.
Eleanor, Liam, and Jeeves at this point, with their weapons, looking around. They're like, boss, did you just talk to a phantom weapon and whatever that was?
No, it was actually worse than just a free range gun. It was Isadora. Apparently, she owned this place before it burned down, and she was here doing me the great favor of showing me that she had built a further weakness in the place, that there is a whole back exit with a bat cave included in it. So this is something we're going to have to also account for, is that I don't know when, or I don't know what her problem is, but now I have to be concerned that she knows exactly where we live.
And so, and keep in mind, I was just using Bat Cave as a Euphemism. It's not really like a big
Oh yeah, yeah.
cave one.
But
It's more like an elongated hallway garage thing that you can park a vehicle in here for escape.
Yeah,
To get out if something happened.
It's the Remus cave because there's no bats in it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so Jeeves at this point is like, boss, I didn't know. I just saw something that looked kind of ritzy and nice, and
no, I'm not
had
like,
plenty of rooms. And
no, this isn't your fault. This is my fault. I thought that we could have some sense of like, as weird as this life is, like some sense of just like a normal, like a little nugget of just normal. And she had to remind me that that's never going to work out. That's never going to happen. And I'm just crushed, and I need a new phone. Do we have spare phones?
yeah, I mean, at that point, they all kind of like look around each other, and they're like, Eleanor's like, boss, I think Miss Maxwell provided those security phones to everybody, so we're
All
gonna
right.
need to talk to her to get a replacement. Do you want me to make a call to Seth?
Yeah, let's just get it done, and then let's see if we can also get like our own source for these phones. Like, Liam, would you be able to encrypt the phone so that way we have like the same sort of like security on them? Is that something that you might be able to do?
I can access electronic devices. I can't really put them together like that.
Okay.
So but I mean, I'm sure we can figure out, like, I could talk to, we could talk to Seth or something and figure out like who his guy is, or wherever he gets the secure phones from.
Okay. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I need a new phone. Can one of you message Sophie and just say my phone is destroyed, need to get a new one?
Yeah, sure thing. So Jeeves pulls out his phone, and then he kind of, he scrolls around a little bit. He says, "Oh, hey, I actually do have her number." And then you get Sophie, you end up getting a text from some random guy. You don't recognize the number. And it says, boss broke his phone. It's destroyed. Can text here until we get a replacement.
Do you mean Trudy?
No, he sent to Sophie.
Did he mean Trudy?
No, I meant
No.
Sophie, because like you had messaged me like, "Oh, is Isadora okay?" And Remus was so frustrated that he didn't he didn't want you to like worry, like, after not hearing a message for a while, so he wanted to send you just like, "Hey, by the way, Remus's phone is dead."
Sophie will call the number.
Okay. And so he's like, "Oh, hey, she's calling." And so he picks it up, and you hear Jeeves on the other line. He's like, do I call you Baron, Sophie? Is it Miss Lore? Hi?
Jeeves, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Remus okay?
And he takes a moment to like wave over Remus's head, even though you can't really see that. The others see it. Yeah, he's fine. He's calming down.
Are you... Is someone in danger? What's going on? He sent me a very worrisome text.
Oh, no, ma'am. He had an encounter with the Isadora lady. I guess we all thought it was like some sort of ghost gun floating around the house that knocked.
I'm sorry, what?
What part did you not understand?
It's very simple.
All of it?
Okay, so starting from the top, we heard some knocking in the house, and we weren't sure what it was.
This is your new place, right?
Yes. And the boss stepped forward, gave me some very encouraging words that we're going to redo our contracts, and then told me that he thought it was a ghost gun knocking on a wall somewhere. And it might come out and shoot us, so I had to go and get the others to get them ready. When I came back down, he was really irritated and apparently had an encounter with Isadora in the basement.
In my defense, I didn't think it was a what if it's some weird thing like a ghost gun. But in all fairness, I would have preferred a ghost gun to Isadora darkening my door once again.
Wait, this is still in your house, right?
Yes.
What was she doing in your basement?
Apparently, this used to be her place before it burned down, probably because she's an awful person. And so she was showing me that my house is not secure. She knows where I live, and that there is a secret entrance in the back. And rather than just show up like a normal person or message me and say, "Hey, I noticed that you bought a property that I used to own. Let me show you some things about it that might be helpful to know." She just shows up and is just the worst person.
Wait, so you bought Isadora's old house?
I did not know it was Isadora's house. We bought a house. The property looked nice and it was big enough for what we wanted. And it just happened to be that a goblin used to live here before us.
You know what? That's a pretty nice place, actually. I've been there.
Great.
It was
Everybody knows. Everybody knows. This is great.
This is killing me, Jerome. Staying quiet. I got to tell you.
it was bombed when the ATF came and blew up half the town.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I was in one of the other houses that was getting bombed.
Yeah, so that wasn't her fault.
Listen, I do not care about like my problem with Isadora is that she is rude. She has no respect, and she has stolen my car, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
She broke into your house and she stole your car.
She stole my car like forever ago, and when I was like I dared to be aghast, she treated me like a child. It like
Oh gosh. Okay. Look, I don't know why she didn't just knock on your door or like call you or something. She can be a little strange that way sometimes.
is there like a book that I didn't read that like this you live in the same neighborhood as a psycho? Like
You know what? When you get to be that old and she's not exactly a rule follower, you may have noticed. Sometimes she rubs people the wrong way. Honestly, it took me a long time to warm up to her myself. So, I mean, I can't really blame you, but being rude back to her is usually not that smart. You need to kind of be political about it and and work with the eccentricity sometimes. But you know what? I'm on behalf of my friend. I apologize for the way that she handled that, and she probably won't bother you. I know you wanted like your own nice and quiet place. I guess there's not really a way for you to have said, "Hey, is anybody familiar with this place that I'm thinking about buying?" That's kind of defeats the purpose.
They didn't want anybody to know.
Dang it. I'm sorry, Remus, but if it helps you any, I promise I won't bother you there.
Sophie, it's not that I'm worried about you bothering. Like, without going too much into it, I've never had a complete family. I still don't. This is the closest I've ever gotten to having kind of what I've always wanted in this.
Yeah.
Money doesn't mean anything. Killing people doesn't mean anything. Any of the stuff that we do doesn't mean anything if there's no better world, if there's no happiness in it. And I had just gotten to a spot where I was starting to feel really good, and then she had to show up. and remind
Yeah.
me that this world, no, there's always a fart. Just when you think, oh, the air smells great, there's a fart just lingering around the corner, and its name is Isadora, and it's rude, and I don't like the idea that one, she knows where I live. Two, that I have to deal with her politically. Like, what is there like? Do I have to throw money in another direction in order to get her to
No,
go?
no. You just, be polite. She's quite old. You understand what it's like dealing with vampires who are quite old.
No, I don't. How old is she? The oldest vampire I know is Adam, and he also treated me like I was like a puppy, and that also bothered me.
I mean, she's not as old as Adam, uh, but I mean, doesn't Benedict expect people to behave in certain ways? The
Ben,
whole decorum sort of thing.
yes, and Benedict also was a hermit and didn't want people around him a lot.
Well,
He kind of wanted to just stay in his place and not be bothered. He and I
okay,
have
let
that in
me
common.
let me tell you this about Isadora. She
Is it a list of weaknesses?
enjoys the drama. I mean, not like political drama, but she likes to tease people. She likes to uh, ex- experience new things, and she doesn't like people being rude to her. So,
I am the Jackie Chan meme where he's just like doesn't want to be rude, shows up at your house uninvited, steals your car. Don't be rude to me.
yeah, I know. I know. Let me see if I can talk to her.
Like I at this point I don't really even know what the. Ugh. Yeah, I need to get a new phone. Uh, I think I'll probably take care of that. But yeah, if you need me urgently, please call Jeeves or Eleanor or Liam. I my day is off to
Okay.
a bad start.
All right. Let me know if something else happens.
And so
Sorry,
as you
sorry about
and so
this.
as you say that, Remus, Jeeves is like, I just took some ibuprofen not too long ago. Did you want to take a point of blood for me?
No, that's not going to make me feel better, Jeeves. In all honesty, it's not an
It'll help
actual
with a
headache.
headache.
Well, my head doesn't hurt. Like, um,
Oh, is it
it,
your heart?
it's the yeah, it's just disappointment. It's just disappointment, and
And so he frowns. He's like, I'm sorry, boss. I let you down.
no, God, uh, none of you have let me down ever. The only thing that lets me down constantly is this unlife. It's oh God, I almost wish that like, it was things were easier when I was just homeless and murdering people in the park. I guess it's true. More money, more problems.
With great power comes great responsibility. I mean, at that point, like Liam like shoves him from behind. It's like, dude.
I mean,
He's like, I'm just trying to relate.
I mean that doesn't really help because like you guys got shot and that did not make me feel good. I don't like the idea of you all because if somebody comes to kill me, whatever. You guys getting hurt in the crossfire, that bothers me. And keeping you away from all of them is what's important to me. I would rather you all never get shot at ever again than you know Jeeves walking in front of me to take a bullet for me. Come on, man. I have like I can turn into a wolf and or a bat and I could fly. I also have claws that come out of my hands. Like why would I have you stand in front of me to take a bullet? If anyone's going to take a bullet and not get killed, it's going to be me.
Like like Liam and Eleanor both say in unison because that's what's expected of us.
Well, guess what? That we're spending the rest of this time going upstairs and rewriting your contracts because that's BS. Like, I've been playing more video games because I've had a chance to. I'm the tank. You all are the DPS who will stand behind me from safety as I punch things to death. Shooting and
Jeeves at that point, it's like, I know that one. We need to do more dots.
yes, yes. And we're gonna go up there and we're gonna revise the contracts. We're gonna stop this. We're gonna start being a party and less of a like whatever the hell this is because I don't like it. It does not sit well with me.
Okay.
I
whatever you say, boss.
I don't want to treat you like your chess pieces ready to be sacrificed for me. That does not sit well.
Yeah,
The other
Liam's like, we're supposed to be, sir.
I don't care. I'm promoting you all. Just like pawns. You're being promoted. You're no longer pawns. You're queens and rooks and other kings. I have not actually played chess, but I know the metaphor.
That's checkers, sir.
No, you if a pawn gets to the end of the chessboard, they turn into another piece.
They stay a pawn.
No, they turn into like a knight or a bishop or a rook or a queen. They just can't turn into another king. I know that.
Okay, boss.
Listen, we're a team, okay? Listen, we're gonna rewrite those contracts. No more of this getting in front of me. I'll be fine.
Okay, sure thing. And so he's got the phone. And he says, can I go ahead and hang up, Miss Sophie?
Like, wait, you didn't? I thought you hung up already.
I thought I did too.
No, you were like just like talking and and stuff. I didn't want to interrupt.
It's fine. I think Sophie, of all of them, Sophie would get it. It's not a big deal, but
Okay,
at least
he's waiting for Sophie to respond.
Are we done?
yeah, we're done.
Do you need anything?
No, I need to.
No, sir, we need a new phone.
Well, yeah, I need a new phone. I need to rewrite your contracts, and I am going to. I am not going to.
Do you need anything from me?
Yeah, I want to talk with you about getting more involved in the business of the city.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're going to turn this place into an actual like functioning working society, we need to be more involved in what's happening. And so I want to be, this just hiding and waiting for stuff to happen is nonsense. I want to start investing in the city infrastructure more.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I approve of that. Do you is there something specific that you're interested in starting with?
Well, I'd like to, like, after talking with Ryan, I was thinking that it would be good to essentially just have connections to more industry in the city, just so that way as we start getting more and more people seeking, Anarch City, having them being able to like point them in a direction of like, oh, you have this ability or you have this job, let's install you here where you can be sort of normal instead of just letting them fend for themselves and hoping for the best,
Or like a placement service?
essentially. But also it would also be good to have connections with cars, any manufacturing. I mentioned it before, but like crime scene cleanup would also be really good in helping us
That would be
maintain.
really good.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can help me with setting any of that stuff up, but that's third on the list. First is new phone, second is new contracts, and then the third is making this city better.
Vampire temp agency.
Yeah, why not? And then number 4, Isadora proofing the house. I want landmines, razor wire.
Oh, sir, that's against the Geneva Convention.
Are we in Geneva, Jeeves?
No, but let's say, for example, Bambi wanders onto our property, triggers a landmine. We can't really explain why there's Bambi everywhere.
Second Amendment?
Close,
I don't.
but I don't think it covers explosives like that, like IEDs.
You know what? Let me just talk to her. I think you'd get more better results by just asking politely.
It feels really
I know.
weird to ask the person who broke into my house, can you please leave? Oh, I'm sorry. You're just too rude. Takes more of my stuff.
I know it does seem a little hypocritical, but trust me, you don't get far handling it the other way.
Well, if vampires worked on sense, this world would be very different.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and salvage the rest of my night here.
All right. Good luck, Remus. I'm sorry it started off rough.
It's fine.
Maybe go take a nap or something.
No, I've got things to do.
Eat something. Do some meditation. Listen to a good album. Maybe do a little dancing. Get some exercise. You'll feel much better.
Do like angry dancing.
That sounds great.
I'm so mad right now. It's a pirouette around my studio. It's just flash dance.
But like really angrily.
Yeah.
Angry flash dance.
All
right. I'll talk to you later, Remus.
All right. Adios.
Okay.
She will hang up.
Okay. And Sophie, with that conversation, that might be a good time to call everybody together to figure out just what's what.
I guess Sophie will send a text to the group and say, "Hey, is everyone doing okay tonight?"
Ben will respond, doing okay. Busy with things. Are we meeting?
And Seth will respond right after his as ditto.
Rivas would send a text back at the club, but you need something?
And out of character, you guys agreed to add Danny, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought. So right after Seth ends up saying ditto, there's a text that comes in from Danny, and it says, "Get a room."
And Rivas would respond with that: disarm the cameras.
Sophie will respond, when I'm busy with things, I don't answer the phone.
So
they're that good.
Danny responds with some burn emojis.
Steph responds with, "Is in a room. We just finished."
I'm really glad my phone's broken.
So Sophie will respond, anyway, just checking in. Let me know if anyone needs something.
Danny types another text in there, says, "Can't get a hold of Remus. He needs to come check out this dog."
Okay, then Sophie will call Remus back.
Okay, so you guys just got upstairs to start looking at the contracts, and G pulls up his phone. He says, "Oh, Baron Sophie." He clicks it on. He says, "Hi, ma'am. Did you forget something?"
Yeah, so I just got a text from Danny Brodovich saying he needs Remus to check out a dog.
Oh, right. You wanted that. Okay, that's a perfect segue, right? That's like extra security, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
It can
Yeah.
eat Isadora.
Do you need his number?
I don't have it, ma'am. And if our boss had it, it's in several big pieces downstairs.
it's in my SIM card. Did my SIM card survive, Jerome?
No.
No. Oh yeah, Pode's
She will read off the number to him.
Okay, so he just takes a scrap paper and starts, jotting it down on paper at this point.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Sophie.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.
Danny posted in the chat, "We meeting?"
What do you think, honey? Do we want to go to the haunted house afterwards?
Well, yeah, we could. I mean, we're going to have to swing by and see if Shannon's available first, because if it's a Spectre, she's going to be the one who can actually talk to him. I can't do that.
So
You
do
can't
just-
talk to ghosts, can you?
Not yet. I'm working on it though.
Well,
Do we just want to take Shannon with us?
exactly. We'll have to. She'll have to be there in order to talk to him. That's apparently how that works.
No, I mean to the meeting.
Oh, if we're having one. And
It sounds like that's what Sophie's wanting.
So Ben will go. If anyone wants to help with a haunted house, sound off and you can meet us.
Okay,
Reeves,
so
let's
at
go.
at that point, you get a post from Danny, and it says, "Oh hell yeah!"
All right.
Revis goes, "Do we get liquid refreshments?"
Ben will post, eating and drinking. Do that beforehand.
Or bring your own.
BYOB.
Sophie-
I love it. Bring your own blood.
Sophie will respond, "You can't drink a ghost."
Revis would respond, "Wasn't intending to drink the ghost."
And Sophie will respond, "Anyway, I'm intrigued."
So then Ben will go ahead and go, all right, anyone who's joining, go here. We're taking off now. And he goes ahead and posts the address of it.
Okay.
Revis closes up shop and heads off.
Is somebody going to let Remus know some way, somehow?
Is he gonna call Danny, and then Danny can say something about?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, so you've got the number at this point, and so Jeeves is like, should we go ahead and call?
I'll say, yeah. Let's go ahead and we'll start. We'll get that taken care of.
Okay. So he goes ahead and dials, and then some guy picks up and goes, "Namanaka Pisai."
What? Hello? I may have the wrong number. Is this Danny?
Yeah. Is this some auto dialer?
No.
Because if that's the case, you need to lose my number.
No, Danny, it's Remus.
Ramus? What
Yeah,
you doing calling from another number? You got a burner phone or something?
No, I broke my phone.
Oh, you part Bruja. I get it.
No,
Sometimes something gets your goat and you got to break something. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So Sophie let me know that you were messaging me about the dog.
Yeah, I want to know when you're gonna come by and check it out.
Yeah. No, I'd love to come by because we need to discuss that. and all of that good stuff. Yeah, when are you free tonight?
Yeah, I guess we're all gonna congregate and go BYOB at some haunted house or something. Sounds positively Halloween. So you want to come along? You're welcome to.
On the house. I guess I'll. Where is it?
Oh, he rattles off an address. He says, "I already done looked it up on the Google. Apparently, it's some sort of old abandoned hotel."
Okay. Yeah, I'll meet you all there. Uh, yeah. Wait. Well, what time are we heading there now? Is everybody heading in
Yeah,
there
it
right
sounds
this
like
moment?
it. So,
Okay.
and if you got a proton pack, you might want to bring that too.
I don't think I have a proton pack.
Yeah, the staff is like,
Yeah, it might be in my cave. We'll wait for another ghost gun to show up and show me where it is.
wait,
I,
you got a ghost gun?
I wish. But anyway, I'll meet you there, and then
You could
afterwards,
talk to them Giovanni types. I figured they got, if anybody got ghost guns, they got ghost guns.
That's a very good point. I do know that they
In
have
fact, they
ghosts.
got some talking bat, really foul mouth kind of guy, goes around beating up people. They call him Vinny. I don't exactly know why. I figured it'd be Louis,
Is he,
Louisville Slugger.
he's an actual, he is a bat? Like, because when you said bat, at first I thought like animal bat.
Oh no, yeah, like actual like baseball bat.
Huh. I pull out a notebook and I write down Giovanni have bat, and I say, all right. But thank you. I'll meet everybody at the haunted house, I guess.
All right, well I'll see you in a few then.
All right. Thank you so much.
So he hangs up.
And I'll say I'm like, this is probably a good thing. I need to probably go and break something bigger than a phone. If you all can work on the phone thing, and then we'll take a look at the contracts a bit
Yeah,
later.
we got this, boss. We're gonna work on house security anyways. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll get that taken care of.
Yeah, and please, so if you can check out and secure that back the cave thing.
Do you want us to try to put a camera down there or something, or?
Let's get a camera. Let's see if you can figure out how it opens from the outside, and
Oh,
if
sure.
there's a
Yeah,
way.
we
Yeah,
can check that out.
yeah, and just so that way we know the ways to access it, because then we can start doing things to try and make it harder for people to just get in. Because I don't know who else knows that entrance.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you all and I'll see you all later.
Yeah. So Eleanor just waves. She's kind of taking point on that because her abilities are going to be the ones, or not. Actually, she has telekinesis. Never mind. But yeah, so they go about to do busy work around the house and work on getting a new phone. Revis, you are aware that Michael DeHaan is in town still. Has not met up with you yet, but he's at the Callahan Lodge, which is outside of town on the south side.
And he has not announced his presence to me, has he?
Not your no, he has not.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. All right, so I don't have a way of reaching him. I know where he's supposed to be. I will swing by and see if he's at home.
Okay.
En route to the other location.
That would be going the opposite direction.
Oh my! I guess I'll have to divert. I will go the other way then.
Okay.
And
so go ghost hunting first.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Nope.
Going south to the lodge.
Going south to the lodge.
Okay. And as an FYI, Callahan's Lodge is an actual real place in Ashland. So if you Google it, you can look it up. Really charming looking place. And 1 second. I'll explain this in a second. These two links I'm dropping in the chat is the physical representation of the hotel you guys are going to be going to. It is a former Red Lion hotel. according to the notes that have kind of been discussed online and from people who have reviewed the place, it started kind of going downhill and eventually got seized for unpaid taxes. So the city is maintaining it currently, hoping that somebody's going to come by and purchase either the land or the building or both, or whatever, and do something with it. But in the meantime, they've got a very small skeletal staff on hand to try and make sure that the place doesn't get like tore up by crackheads trying to come in, or bums or whatever have you. Okay, so Revis, you were driving on the south side of town. You actually hit the freeway, and it's pretty far out on the outskirts of town.
Off the edge of the map?
Oh, you mean from the map that I've gotten? Oh, yeah, it's well past that.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. And so the lodge sits right off of the freeway, kind of nestled long ways against it. It has a very woodsy look to it. Obviously, it's like a really big log cabin is what it kind of looks like. That's how they've designed it. They've got some nice white lights attracting it on the outside. It's cleared enough that they've got a pool here. It's too cold to use it, but they got a pool, some outside seating. They have a bar on the inside that is accessible from the front. You don't have to actually go into the hotel specifically, or the lodge, I should say, to do that. But so you can go straight into the bar if you want, or you can go up front.
Pull up and go up front and ask them. Ask if they know he's in.
Okay, so the lady kind of looks at you and she says, "Who are you exactly?"
I give her my name, my legitimate name, and I go, "I'm Revis, and I was supposed to meet him, but I haven't heard from him, and this was where he was supposed to be staying, so I figured I'd check and see if maybe he had a problem with his phone or something."
Okay, give me a charisma and expression check.
Charisma and expression.
Difficulty 6.
Okay, and where is the robot? Okay, VTM rolls. There we go. And we're talking about expression and charisma?
Yes.
Okay. And nothing in expression, just 4 dots in charisma. So no, that's one that didn't fly. /R, Steve.
If you're doing the dice bot to roll for this, you need to roll. It's /MM space. And if you ever need to remember, I've got it pinned in the section to how to make the syntax.
Yeah, I'll have to copy that down. And got a 10.
Okay, so that counts as 2.
And I tied it twice, and I had the 10.
Did you roll twice?
I rolled 4 times.
Why
I have a 3, a 6, a 10, and a 6.
Oh, so you rolled a different way in a dice. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna want to use the Zemisi dice bot. We'll go with it for now, but.
I thought because I was on the VTM rolls on Discord.
Yeah, that's the right chat area to do that in, but it's not the right bot to use.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my mistake.
So that's why I said if you click on the pin that's in that chat, you'll find out the syntax for the Zemisi bot. So, note for later.
All right, I see it. I'll copy it down when we're done.
So she, she says, yeah, we have an individual here by the name of Michael Dehan. Did you need me to page him?
If you would, please. If he's here, I'd like to get our business tended to, so we can both be on our way.
Okay. So she picks up a phone real quick, punches a couple buttons to page the room, rings a second. She says, Mr. Dehan, we have an individual here by the name of Revis. Said, or he's here to visit you, and he's in the front lobby. And she says, "Okay, okay," and then hangs up, and she says, "He'll be right down."
All righty, thank you. And I go and sit down, wait for him to show up.
Sure. The inside of this, the main area where the front desk is at, is pretty wide and open. You can access the bar from here, as well as kind of it's not really a lounge, but it's like more like a living room area that they use for some events too. It's got a nice fireplace going off to the side. Really plush. It looks like this is probably like kind of like a community room where around the holidays they probably decorate it up specifically as well with like Christmas trees or Halloween.
Is the
or whatever.
fireplace actually lit?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm going to go stand over by the fireplace.
Oh, okay. Give me a courage check.
Okay. Now I actually need to look at that syntax. I think you said it was, Jerome?
So /mm,
/mm. Okay.
and then click on the first thing. It should be like syntax,
Uh-huh.
and then enter your dice pool,
Ah,
and then space, and then difficulty. And if you
Okay.
have a
courage
specialty,
is 5.
And
oh yeah,
yeah, difficulty will be 6.
Okay, and I put that in. Oh, a double botch.
Ooh,
Oh,
this roller does not like us.
Wow. Okay, so you take a moment. You walk over. The fire looks cozy. Oh, the weather outside was frightful. And you walk up to it, and you're like, "Oh, this I could probably handle this. It looks like it's got like some screen or something." It pops, as fire sometimes is prone to do when it's got a log, and that just scares the absolute bejeebus out of you. Do you have celerity?
I do not have celerity.
Okay. So you run as fast as your feet will take you. Let me see. I'll get your character sheet pulled up here real quick. Here we go. That did not work out.
Well, at least if I'm going to do ones, now's the time.
True.
I'm sorry he was here to meet you. I don't know what happened to him.
He's just out for a jog right now.
They seem to leave in a hurry.
he's gonna come downstairs. It's gonna be that John Travolta from Pulp Fiction, where just kind of like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
just like,
do that.
okay, so you have
this is not our night for the Ree brothers.
wow. Okay, so you're actually not all that fast.
No, I am not.
Okay, so you hiss at the fire and run, just running as fast as you can. You clip an end table, it goes flying, and the magazines that were there, you're not terribly fast. So it's like you're running towards the door, and the front lady's like, "Is everything okay?" And you just keep running, and you smash straight into the door. I got no successes for your dexterity and athletics check. So you bash through the door, it comes flying straight open and hits the side, and like Forrest Gump, you just hit that road and you just keep running. You just like why don't you go ahead and roll a courage check again?
There we go. Those are the numbers I expected. 987.
Okay. So you managed to get a good 50 yards from this place, down the road, in the dark along the shoulder of the highway, before you finally regain, your composure at this point. I take it you make your way back.
Yep.
Okay. So you come walking back, and at this point, you see a man sitting around the area where you clipped the table and like knocked it completely over. It's been reset at this point. He just kind of casually sitting on a couch. He, for lack of a better description, he looks very similar to Jason Statham.
Okay.
So kind of the bald head, very athletic. Yeah, similarly dressed as you would find him in the transporter. You know, nice dress shirt, but no tie. You know, blazer and suit pants and whatnot.
I go over
And so
greet him.
he looks to you and he says, "Did you have a nice jog?"
Yes. I had an unexpected allergy to the ash that flew out of the fireplace.
Hmm. That's not going to happen often, is it?
Well, the time before that, I stood under a room burning with gasoline on me, so I'm hoping not.
So, do you know why I'm here?
Well, I know what I was told the reason was you're here, but since I doubt that's the actual reason you're here, I'm quite interested in hearing.
I'm here to see that a temple is built. And from my
Ah,
understanding, we have no headway thus far.
I was specifically told not to attend to that matter because there's a citizen who scries constantly and lacking the ability to prevent that. I was informed not to even look into a location, as this, they wanted no indication that it was compromised.
Hmm. And there's nothing you can do about this individual?
They're ex-Sabbats. They're connected to kindred in the city that are relatively powerful, and we don't get along and try and verbally kill each other whenever the moment arises.
So that's no.
However, she's very vulnerable.
Now, how so?
And makes she talks constantly about her protections. I've put this on, I've put that on. You can't get through the magic the house is screened with. She talks about all the things most kindred who've lived as long as we have would not even dream of mentioning.
Hmm. Something I'll have to look into then.
The house is heavily warded against ghouls, vampires, werewolves, spirits, demons, and there's something I'm not recalling. And there's those five that I'm sure of.
Well, very well. Is there any other progress that I should know about?
I'm have a position in the city. Me and the Baron discuss politics. Um, Other than that, the indication I was given was that was to be the extent of my role at this time, was to simply be a friend to the Baron and have an ear as to what the politics were and how they were playing out. We do know about the secret council finally. That's been confirmed. Um, there's a member of the CAM, the Sabbat, the Giovanni, and the Baron are all on that council. Those are the ones I'm aware of. I think there's one other person, but those are the four I'm sure of.
They have a member of a Camarilla on some.
Apparently, it's either a Justicar or an Archon from what I've told, but I lack the ability to confirm that knowledge.
Hmm. And there isn't anything I need to watch out for specifically?
Well, there's the um, lady who took over the Souls gang, who's a necromancer or some version thereof. There's the Nosferatu in the sewers. There's at least two, one of which is fairly old. Of course, the Giovanni. They're heavily into the city, so one might want to expect a certain amount of care when interacting there.
We've met. Is that it?
Those are the things that I'm aware of that might affect your ability to look for the temple. There's something.
I have a little task for you then, since you were unable to deal with the other.
Mhm.
We're going to get into fighting. So I want you to find some arena. It could be a gym, doesn't really matter to start off at first, and then we're going to start hosting fights, amateur to start.
Okay. So it doesn't need to be big to start, but expandable?
Correct.
Cage fights, boxing, judo,
Both.
any particular? Okay.
We're going to go mixed martial arts and boxing, whichever yields the most. I'm not a particular fan of strict jiu-jitsu. It tends to be a little boring.
Okay.
Get something definitive on that within the next 2 weeks, and then we'll talk again.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go off then to a haunted house and see what mischief they're going to get into.
Have fun with that.
I doubt it, but oh, one thing, I don't know if it's been expressed adequately. They are all as close to human as possible as they can get. They think it's very desirable, with one exception, which would be the Tremere. So they have very, very exploitable weaknesses.
Good to know. Well, I don't wish to keep you, so
Thank you.
go have fun with your haunted house.
I will. Thank you, and enjoy your evening as well.
You too.
And off I go.
Okay, so those of you who are at this particular building, it is a former Red Lion. It has kind of it's your typical front to a hotel, but it has the nicer ones do. They have that bit of an overhang in the front for people checking in or checking out and loading their luggage. So you're doing so under a covered roof. The place, despite the fact it's been sitting idle and technically abandoned, as some locals might indicate, it looks like, honestly, you could probably open it back up tomorrow at first glance. And as an FYI, I did throw, like I said, there was the link, the Facebook link to the page. That's, of course, since been abandoned, but you can see pictures of what it looked like in operation. The YouTube clip that I posted in there, because it's all the same place I'm using for the visual, that's what it looks like on the inside.
Benjamin.
So the video actually gives a walkthrough of what the place looks like.
Yeah, babe.
This is what you call a house?
No, it's a hotel. What? I mean,
I
haunted
was
house. It's just a typical thing. Any building that's haunted, you just call it a haunted house. What, you don't?
no.
Oh. Okay, fine. Well, apparently it's a haunted hotel. Oh yeah, we would have clearly driven by Forfeit here to grab Shannon.
Okay.
Would she have been available?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It almost feels like a movie I watched not too long ago. Haunted Mansion?
Isn't that goofy one with the Disney stuff going on, and they're just trying to make it funny?
Yes, they attempted to be funny.
And you guys are congregated outside at this point, I
Yeah.
take it? Okay, yeah. Oh, take it easy, Garrett. He says he's heading to bed. So
Night,
Danny's
Garrett.
like, yeah, both of them are from Disney. Just one's got Eddie Murphy and the other one's got like some sort of ensemble cast. Both of them were pretty terrible.
I
I
don't
thought-
know who Eddie Murphy is. Sorry.
I thought the new one was cute.
Oh, okay. I thought Toreador had better taste than that.
Am I there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The aesthetics of the hotel or
Oh,
mansion
I get
were,
it. You're coming at
were
it
very
from,
nice.
I get it. You're coming at it from an artistic point of view, not the whole movie, but like props, right?
You know what? If you haven't seen it, don't knock it.
Oh, I saw it. Just, I guess we got different opinions.
Different strokes for different folks.
Anyway,
Anyway.
how did you find out about this place?
Yeah, well, we were actually given a case by the, seems like the company that owns this building. I mean, clearly they can't really open it back up and have people in it. If something seems like it's making noise, things are literally floating in a certain room. Strange echoes going on. You know,
Well,
typical
I
spooky
mean-
house stuff.
There's a market for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it seems to be going around.
I mean,
How
not
so?
a market for
Are there any ghost guns? I hear that's a thing.
So Danny looks to Remus and he says, "Now, see, shoot, you didn't bring no proton pack. We could have used one of them."
Are you having a ghost problem, Remus?
I'm having a rat problem, but
Oh, you should talk to Henri then.
I should. I do have a question. Are proton packs real?
Are you asking
Those the
in
things
character or out
from-
of character?
No, I'm asking again character.
Okay.
Like George knows they're not real, but like he didn't think gargoyles were real. He didn't think mummies were real. They keep surprising him.
Aren't those the Ghostbuster, like ghost
Yeah.
shooty things?
Yeah,
Why
you
would
know,
you think
like
that's
don't
real?
cross the streams and all.
Well, because ghosts are real.
Not that I'm aware of.
I mean, mummies are real. Werewolves are real. How do I know that Ghostbusters isn't also like a, the same way that we do with movies?
Well, there are, I guess you can call them Ghostbusters, but they kind of act like idiots. I watched Ghost Adventures the other night.
Oh, like ghost hunters?
Oh, you looking at ghosts? Oh, don't be watching none of that. Best thing they got is a Carillion camera, and I think that's really the only thing that works. It sees auras or whatnot.
It's funny that they can, at the end of every episode, they can neither prove nor deny that ghosts are real. So
It was a long night.
I guess it's all about the journey.
I guess proton packs aren't real. That's a
Well,
shame.
shoot, if you find one, you let me know. I'd certainly like to drop a chunk of change on one of them.
Did anyone hear from Revis? Did he say he was coming?
And eventually he pulls up just late, obviously.
My phone's broken. Sorry about that.
Did the ghost break it?
No,
I mean the rat.
the rat made me so mad I had to break it.
Well, damn, Remus, how big them rats are.
How tall is Isadora Wardrobe?
She's probably like 5'7".
Yeah, about 5'7".
Good Lord, that ain't no rat. You got yourselves like a human-sized capybara.
Yeah, yeah. See, this is why I like you, Danny. This is why we're friends. You understand, and we're gonna talk later on after we punch this ghost.
Well, I sure as hell hope so, because I'd love to work with a capybara. They're the friendliest
Uh,
damn animals you ever seen.
oh no, then this is not a capybara. So we got to clear this ghost out.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta figure out what's going on. Yeah, and if there's something in there, see what we can do. Shannon, you up for listening for some ghost voices in there?
Certainly. But I gotta warn you, I don't exactly have any necromancy.
I hear you. I hear you. As long as we can get some info, we'll know what the next step is if there's that stuff in there.
Okay, sure. I guess you'll have to give me a second or two to attune when we get there.
All right. So then, Jerome, looking around, you said there's like a skeleton crew of like the Red Line Associates. Like, how many people are in there?
You don't see anybody if you peek in through the front door. You're probably gonna have to like knock or something to try and get somebody's attention.
Oh, okay. Are the doors like locked?
Yep.
So, okay. So yeah, he'll go ahead and go up and he's gonna knock a few times.
Jerome, I would like to activate my Auspex.
Okay. So I believe you have to spend a blood for that. And what do you activate?
Or aura perception.
Don't think so. Do you?
We can double
I don't
check,
think
but
so.
I seem to recall. No, maybe that was presence.
Takes
One of those two required that.
I got it right here.
So, yeah,
no.
It takes a reflexive action to activate this ability, but no roll or other cost is required.
Cool.
Yeah, presence often takes blood, but not Auspex.
So,
There we go.
Is there knocking?
So are you knocking on the door then to get somebody's attention?
exactly. Yeah.
Sure.
Boom, boom.
But you can't come in.
So a guy comes walking up, middle-aged looking ish, thinning hair on his head, little on the overweight side, probably European of some kind, maybe Italian-ish looking. Comes walking up. His shirt's a little disheveled, and he unlocks the door. He sees that everybody's standing there, and he says, "I'm sorry, there's no tours of the place right now. What are you all here for?"
Oh, yeah, sir. No tours or anything. I'm Benjamin Baxter. Don't know if Jay, my office manager, called ahead. We're from Pantheon Investigations. Your
Oh,
company wanted us to take a look.
right. I just didn't expect like a whole crew of people.
Yeah, we take this seriously. Colleagues are experts at what they do. We'll take a look and see what's going on. If you want to lead us through what's been going on and take us to wherever this room is, you're having the activity.
Yeah. Just follow me. We're gonna take the elevator up to the second floor, and I'll show you, what it looks like. Yeah, I mean the inside, with the exception of it being a little messy, because when they say you're shut down because of taxes, everybody just stops what they're doing and walks out. So I mean, there's obviously some stuff that probably needs to be picked up in here, but it's not like super trashed. And you walk down through the main lobby, and big opening. Like this place used to be used for conventions at a time back in the day. So obviously not like big ones that you would imagine like San Diego Comic-Con or whatnot, but smaller conventions easily. Yeah.
so I got 5 successes. So as they're going, I'm just gonna kind of have my head on a swivel.
Sure. And you were doing what exactly?
Or perceptions.
Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, keep in mind with aura perception, the difficulty starts at 8, not 6.
That's right. So I got 3 successes then.
Okay, so he loads everybody obviously onto the elevator, and you go up to the second floor, and he's kind of talking about it. He's like, the city's got some people in here. They're trying to do some small little patchwork jobs, making sure it doesn't like turn into a fire hazard or whatnot, or and security kind of walking the floors, and I can't get anybody to stay on, because of the weird stuff that happens at this room. And he starts walking you guys down to the far side, left side of the building, and he takes you down to room 202. And again, most everything in this place you can see, because it's only like I should say there's 2 stories in the hotel. Let me look at my pictures real quick. I'm pretty certain.
Did you tell us what the name of the hotel was?
The Red Lion.
Yeah, Red
Lion,
Lion
that's right.
Hotel. It's in the chat.
Yeah.
Yes, it's only no, it's actually 3 stories. Not bad. So he makes a mention of the fact that they're trying to get people to do something with the roof, or at least close off some potential leaks or whatnot. And that's when they ended up stumbling onto this on the second floor. And he holds the door open. The door kind of comes open. And the bed is just kind of hovering all by itself. It looks like it has 0 G's in the room. The lamp, it's a little bit off the dresser. The heavier stuff obviously still on the ground, but like the chair, like the obligatory chair that you usually have in this room, it's a little off the ground. The bed looks like it's almost completely disassembled. Like the mattress is up, the sheets are still kind of like they're floating around a little bit, and the pillows are just kind of hovering around, not quite near the bed.
Do I see anything?
Looking around, you see there's quite a bit of energy coming off of this room. Right now, the best way to put it is dull.
Okay.
Boredom.
Well, our friend seems to be a little bored. At least that's what I'm picking up.
Got it.
Can we maybe send our friend downstairs while we maybe try and deal with this?
Yeah, so is this the only room this has been happening to, and how long has this been going on?
Yeah, this is the only room, and this has been going on, I don't know, what, like 2-3 months now?
Gotcha. Right.
So it just started happening, or you just didn't notice it until now?
I mean, I guess it could have started happening. We're a skeleton crew, but I started getting reports from security, like I said, about 2-3 months ago. First time they thought it was maybe somebody pulling a prank on them. They got pegged by, the like soap that they used to keep in the bathrooms. And then when he looked, obviously he didn't see anything, and a pillow hit him from nothing at all. And that's when, we figured something was going on, and then everything kind of fell into place. And some other security guards saw something, weird as they walk by. The door kind of slams itself shut occasionally. Just real kind of creepy stuff, but nothing super violent, I guess. It's not as far as I can tell.
Was there any strange occurrence that happened in this room?
Oh, but Miss, I have no idea. I just work
Nothing was reported?
I just work for the city. I have no idea what sort of reports come from this building. You'd have to probably talk to somebody who managed it.
Do you know who that would be?
I'm sure Red Lion would know.
Can we? Is there somebody at the front desk area that would have had records or something?
I guess they may have, but we don't have access to their computers. They're all locked.
Okay, and there are no more Red Lion employees on the premises.
No, they when this place went on lockdown, they were all let go. From my understanding, they were all let go, or some of them transferred out to other cities, where they had other Red Lion properties.
And you don't have any names.
I don't know.
Okay.
Ma'am, I'm just a property manager.
Of course.
I don't have those details. I was just here to make sure that the
We're just
property
being
wasn't
thorough.
completely thrashed and the security have some sort of semblance of order.
Of course, just being thorough.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. If we find anything, we'll let you know. We'll take it from here.
Okay, I'll be downstairs if you need me.
Excellent. All right. Shannon, what do you need to do?
Well, I guess I need to go inside.
All right. I'll go with you just in case something happens or gets thrown at you.
Yeah, I'll kind of step in and just be like a bulwark.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like our ghost. I didn't sense any aggression. Just boredom.
Okay. That might explain why they're moving things, but boy, that's pretty powerful. The poltergeist I've seen could only move one small thing at a time. All right. Yeah, let's head on in. Shannon, you do your thing. Tell me what you get.
So she's kind of looking around and kind of feeling the room out, and she's starts talking, like trying to get the attention, and then she goes, "Oh, there you are." Uh-huh. Well, my name's Shannon. Oh, and she tugs on Remus's shirt. She says, "Honey, I forgot your name. What's your name again?"
You can call me Remus.
This one here is Remus, and this other gentleman here, his name is Benjamin.
Hello. Say it to nothing.
Oh, Daniel says hi. I guess that's his name. I'm hearing him really loud and clear. This is kind of alarming. She says,
Not
"Oh
normal for you?
no, it has nothing to do with you, honey. It's almost like you got a microphone or something." She says, and she says, "I think the shroud between the two worlds is kind of thin here."
Is he the only one?
Are you the only one here? And she's like, kind of looking around because she can't see him. And she says, he says yes.
Is he the one making all the things float, or is that just something else in this room?
Oh no, he's definitely the one making the stuff float around.
Can you ask him why? Why is Daniel doing this?
And she says, she repeats that, and so she's kind of waiting. She seems to be looking around and waiting for a reply. Let's see. Who is in the room? So Persephone, Remus, Benjamin, and
Shannon.
Shannon. Okay. All right. So all right. So there's a moment she's like,
What in the hell are you doing?
and like she heard some muttering something. She's like, I don't understand what he's doing. And then Ben blacks out. Ben and like he does like one of these numbers, and then he picks himself back up, and he's like, and he starts like touching his body real quick, and he's like, "Oh, he's got a lot of muscle." Wow.
One might
Ben?
say beefy.
Very beefy.
Beefy.
Ben does say that a lot.
That was
so-
out of character.
Okay.
Is it loud enough to be heard in the hallway?
What that he said that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benjamin?
Revis burns the blood and changes form. Goes directly to Snake.
Okay.
Sophie's going to do aura perception.
Yeah. What am I? I mean, am I still seeing boredom or?
No, you see the not imagery, basically like the energy aura that was in the room is now centered around Ben.
I'm going to say, is that
Shan-
you, Daniel?
Shannon, where is Daniel now?
So she's like, I have no idea, and so he's just like, oh, hey, I'm Daniel. Stop.
Hey, Daniel.
Daniel, where's Benjamin?
Oh, he's riding back here. He's on the bench right now. Wow, you're good looking.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm not into dudes. I meant the woman that keeps staring at him affectionately.
Oh, right. She's
He-
yeah.
I would like to have Benjamin back.
I mean, I could probably oblige, just not right now. I really got something I need to do. I got to get it off my chest, man.
Okay, and what is that?
Karaoke.
You
I'm
wanna
sorry?
Go sing karaoke.
Yes.
What is karaoke?
It's where you go to it's a soundproof room where you sing songs, and there's a monitor that has the lyrics on there, so people will go in and kind of have fun singing songs together.
No, it's not soundproof, man.
Well, it's soundproof from the outside. Essentially, it's like everybody's in this room, and you're
No,
just
I'm
kind of,
talking. We go to a bar, hit up a karaoke gig.
oh
Mortals enjoy doing this kind of thing?
yeah. Don't you don't like singing?
What are you guys like? Oh, you guys are vampires. What's going on,
Daniel?
vampires? Never
Daniel,
met
how long-
anybody quite like you. What's with the big snake?
Snake. Oh,
What snake?
I pull out my gun. No,
Oh,
I don't have a gun.
The 10-foot long black and red one that's sitting there.
Ugh.
where did the
Re-
snake come from?
Revis, kill it.
Oh, Jungle Book.
Sophie got 5 successes to look at Ben's aura.
Okay. Yeah, you see a dual aura on Ben.
But it's not like malevolent or anything.
Well, you'd have to define malevolent.
Well,
Could-
do I pick up any like angry or aggressive kind of vibes from it?
No, but you do pick up a burning desire.
For
The
karaoke.
fact that he has said he wanted to karaoke, apparently he really, really needs to karaoke.
Are we serious? Okay. First of all, where did the snake come from?
You know what? Revis is not here, so I'm going to assume that this is a thing that he can do.
Yeah, Danny at this point he's pulled out some trail mix and he's just like munching and watching. He's like, that was a hell of a thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
So
okay.
you watched them turn
that
into
Yeah.
that actually would make sense. Are we seriously going to do this singing thing?
I mean,
We're
I mean, at
not
this
gonna
point-
go with Revis looking like this.
At that point, Ben just gets up and he starts walking. He's like, I'm sure you guys have got a car here someplace. Let's just go, man.
Hey,
Wait,
hold,
wait,
hold on.
I got to
wait.
get this out.
Seth
Well,
is going to reach out and grab his arm so he can't get very far.
Oh, well, you just kind of walk with him. He's way stronger.
Okay, so he's
I'll
kind of dragging me along.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll kind of, because I'm pretty strong. I'll go. Daniel, I'm down to do this karaoke thing, but I would like at least some assurances that once you've had your fill, you're gonna kind of let Ben back in the driver's seat, right?
Oh, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so he like walks over to a mirror real quick and he's like, "Sorry, Ben. It was just like crapshoot. I was gonna try and get one of you. At least I got a guy." So, he said it in the mirror and he comes walking back out.
Yeah, old hat.
Yeah, and so he's just like, "Man, I look. I can't make any promises if I can't get to karaoke."
Oh, okay. You cannot stay in Ben.
Let's just make sure that he's with one of us at all times.
Yeah, sure,
and
sure.
Let's
We'll do a duet.
Let's just do it and then come back.
We'll do a duet. We'll make it a thing, right?
Sure. Here's another ground rule, Daniel. Please don't call us vampires when with people around.
Oh, what? Why?
Because they
Because
don't know about us.
it's
And
weird.
don't tell them that you're a ghost riding a vampire.
Oh, well, I mean,
Mhm.
no one's gonna understand it. I'm really a ghost. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
guys
no,
got
just
some sort of like secret club or something
n-
like a Fight Club, right? Like nobody talks about Fight Club.
not at all. Oh, so you could just call us by our names.
I don't
That would
know all
just
your names.
well, I
At
will.
some point during this, Rivas would go back to being his normal form.
Okay.
Are you nude when you come back to your normal form?
Nope.
Like
No.
you
Fully
just
clothed.
pop out of your clothes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank God. We would have to count his abs.
Quick, how many abs does Revis have?
He has snakeskin.
Oh,
Okay.
snakes are made of abs.
Yeah,
Snakes
they
are
have.
made of abs. They're
He,
like
yeah,
they're
he
Just
all
say,
core.
I'm much more supple than most of you
he out
in a lot
abs
of very
Colin.
interesting ways.
I don't know. Jerome,
don't
what's the
know.
stat that denotes abs?
Strength.
Strength? I have a 5 in strength.
Yeah, you. I think you outdo
Abdominals.
Colin too.
Yeah. I'm like Spider-Man. I'm like Tobey Maguire when he got bit by the spider in Spider-Man.
Go Web Go.
Yeah. Always like looking in the mirror and he's just like, oh, muscles.
Seth is going to lean over to Shannon and very quietly ask her if there's anything she can do to get Daniel out of Ben.
She shakes her head. She's like, I'm sorry. I told you I don't have any necromancy.
Well, I'm not there.
Okay.
You know who might also like to come with us for karaoke? Ryan. I'll give like Sophie a look. Ryan.
Ryan?
Oh,
Oh
look
yeah.
at yeah. Remember he
Or
helped.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
at
the
this
one that
point,
helped you.
at this point he's just dragging Persephone along with him.
You know,
Go to the
I kind
elevator.
of didn't want to see him for a while. If it's all the
Well,
same to you.
Guys, we're
Rivas
leaving.
walks up.
Hello.
all right. Daniel, you want to ride in? I'll drive.
Do you
Oh,
You know
know
how to
a
drive?
good spot to go to?
I'm sure we could find one. How old are you, Daniel?
Oh, geez, when did I bite the bullet again?
God, where's Cindy when we need her?
Some point in the 90s.
Okay.
Um,
Well, so that's when you went. But how old were you?
What was I? I was 25.
Oh, that's. I'm sorry. Was well. We'll hold on. We'll talk, and I'll just kind of lead him to my van.
Okay. So you guys are walking out there and getting back to your vehicles. At this point, the manager, sees you guys walk out. He's like, going
We'll be
so
we'll,
soon?
we'll, we'll be back.
Okay.
Gotta get our
Revis-
ghost trap.
Revis would walk over to him and say, it's probably going to be very quiet for the next 2 or 3 hours. So if people wanted to get some small things done, it'd probably be a good time for that.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Huh?
So now, here's the question, Ben. If you want to burn a willpower point to try and take over, you can, but you have to burn a willpower point every time you do it. Basically, it forces a roll. So and the roll is not up to you to do it. The roll is up to him.
Yeah.
So you could put yourself in a situation where you run out of willpower, and then you're out of luck.
Right. Since everyone's around him and Daniel isn't making any aggressive moves and what he wants seems like fine for now, he's not going to try to fight this. He'll only do it if Daniel seems to suddenly be aggressive or something.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and she's really glued to him.
Yeah. Okay.
More than normal, which is really majorly glued.
Yeah, I'll try to get this guy to get in the van because I don't.
Oh, he climbs in.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want him to drive. It just seems like a bad idea.
If you are getting him someplace to go do karaoke, he's cool as a cucumber.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look up a karaoke bar because that's kind of seems what he's interested in doing.
Sure. So and he's like patting himself down again. He's like, "Wow, Ben is packing."
Yeah.
Were you guys expecting some gangland problems or something? Is that really still a thing?
To warn you, Ben doesn't really sing all that well.
Oh,
Sorry,
it's okay.
baby, if you can hear me.
It's not
Sorry.
a problem. I can.
Well, karaoke is about the spirit. It's not always about the performance. But Daniel.
So at that point, he slaps Remus on the back, on his back, and he says, "My man, thank you. You understand." Unfortunately, he doesn't quite understand Ben's strength, so it's ha ha.
That's cool. I have fortitude of 3, so yeah. I'm scared.
You might.
Yeah. So Daniel,
I'm getting a headache.
Daniel. So Ben is really strong. So I'm fine, but if you try to kind of give somebody a pat on the back that's not in this group, you're liable to hurt them. So just rein it in a little bit.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, I didn't realize.
And let's not get my Benjamin damaged while you're in there, please.
Oh, so he looks real quick and he says, "Oh, so I don't see a ring. You're dating?"
You guys are dating as of driving.
I guess that's what you can call it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm not in the same car.
Yep. Revis is so glad he's missing this conversation.
So you guys, so he's
we
just
we live
okay.
together.
Oh, so it's kind of serious that he doesn't have a side chick, a hyena or something like that off the side.
She would be dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and so he leans into Remus and he says, "Dude, why did you let me jump into a body with a woman who's so possessive?"
I mean, in fairness, man, I didn't know you were going to jump into anybody. But...
Lollygaggers, thank you for the raid. We're being raided with a party at 25. Thank you very much, guys.
Woo!
Yeah.
So he says, and he's like, "Okay, touche. I'm picking up what you're putting down. My bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean anything by it, Miss Possessive. You're speaking of which, what is your name?"
It's Seth.
Seth. Like Final Fantasy?
I don't know what that is.
Like Sephiroth?
Yeah, I guess that was the 90s. Yeah, 97. Okay.
Like Persephone.
Oh. Oh, like Greek then. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
You don't look
the
Greek.
the one who named me really hates me.
Named you.
Yeah, it's a long story, and I don't want to tell it.
Hey, you know what? Fair.
Just
I'm kind of along for the ride. I don't know how much time I've got here. I don't want to, inconvenience anybody. I gotta get this out, man. I
You
gotta
got the
say the
music in the,
words.
you got the music in your soul.
Yes, I do. You get me, Remus. You get me. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's just nice to meet somebody. Well, I mean, you didn't ask for permission, but like just manners. It's so, yeah, you just
No, and I'm sorry, man. I've been cooped up there for like ages, and like
yeah,
you just
going.
don't know, man. It's like having a window partially open, and then like everybody running away or like not hanging out, and then the place shut down, and then yeah, it's like it was just boring as hell, man.
Yeah, no, I weirdly enough, I can kind of imagine what you're going through. But don't worry, man. We're gonna get you singing. And is this gonna like, is this like your final business, like singing, and then like you're gonna go to heaven? Is that how that works?
I don't know, man. I got a burning desire. I got to do this, and I do not want my shadow coming out and trying to take over. So he's bad mojo.
shadow.
What does that mean?
Oh yeah, we kind of have like a dual personality thing, a bad guy, good guy kind of thing, and yeah, so I'm trying to do my damnedest to do what I want to do and not let him do what he wants to do.
Seth is going to text Cindy and tell her it's kind of a 911 and to meet us at whatever karaoke bar, and it has to do with her dad. She'll explain when she gets there.
Okay. So, well, I mean, you guys end up showing up at a country bar at this point in town.
Oh my God, you're going to kill Persephone.
Did anybody message Ryan like Remus suggested? He doesn't have a phone.
Not to my knowledge, but
Sweet.
No,
Okay.
and
it's not too
I
late
don't
to,
have his.
to change it. But so you guys get there, and it's a rootin' tootin' country bar. They've got line dancing, they've got karaoke, and it's very clear. It's clearly posted Tuesdays and Wednesdays karaoke nights, sort of thing. So it is clearly the right spot. And Ben takes a moment and goes,
Do I need to do a willpower
close
check?
for what?
It's country.
Do you have a phobia?
Yeah. Do you have a
No.
phobia against? Then no.
She just really hates it.
Okay. And he like looks to everybody starts getting out of their cars, in the parking lot this place, and he looks to Remus. He says, "Man, why is she all like uppity? Did we like run over a cat or something?"
Nah, she might like that. It's she likes like darker music. This is a little too,
Darker me. Oh,
yeah.
so like Depeche Mode, right?
Yeah, but like with nails.
Whoa. Okay, that
Yeah.
is kind of dark.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's cool. This
And
is
she is dressed in her gothic attire.
Okay.
She hasn't gotten rid of that.
And he says, "Okay, so Roberta Smith, you're with me. Let's get in here."
Robert Smith with the Cure. Yeah.
She gonna have to sing a country song
And he says,
and
"Oh
then
no,
burst
no,
into
no."
flames?
Yeah, he says, "No, it's good." He says, I got to get up there. I got to
my
get
eyes
this
are
out."
my
What-
eyes and ears are gonna bleed.
What song are you gonna? Do you want to sing?
So when you get in there, like like you see Ben, like it's funny because you're watching Ben walk and talk completely uncharacteristically to what you're seeing him. Like he runs with a giddiness up to the the book that you can flip open and look for the songs. And you've never seen him like even walk like that. Normally he kind of walks with like an air of purpose and whatnot. This
Yeah,
is
like-
just like a greedy kid running to the running the book like and flipping through pages and trying to figure it out. It's like, is it in here? Is it in here? And he says, "Oh, that'll do."
Oh God,
Like-
this is like my worst nightmare.
And so
It's like when the gates open at Disneyland.
pretty much. So he grabs a little pencil real quick and jots it down. And he's like waiting and waiting. He says, "Oh, I gotta get do this faster. I got to do this faster. He looks at the guy and he says, "Hey man, can I get up next?" And the guy kind of looks at him. He said, and he looks. He has kind of a weird look at him when Ben says that. For those of you who have presents, this guy used Ben's presents. And he goes, and the DJ's like, "Yeah, man, I can get you in next." And it's like, "Yes, great. Oh, I've been dying to do this for like 20 years."
I'm going to reach over and take Sophie's arm. Please don't let me kill anybody tonight.
Revis just circulates around, grabs a beer, and takes up a position about 15 feet from wherever the guy is.
Danny at this point has grabbed a bowl of like the pub nuts, and pretzels and whatnot, and he's just chomping. He's like, "This is a hell of a thing."
I'm gonna be with Danny because I think Seth is Seth is like allergic to country, so I'm gonna try and like kind of stick with Ben as close as I can, but I'm also gonna buy a round for everybody in the bar just to get them like nice and like lubed up for whatever is about to happen.
Yeah. And so he gets up there, eventually, and of course there's a lot of hoot and hollering with the free alcohol. You've clearly won a lot of friends tonight. And so he gets up there, and then you end up seeing like the caption as it comes up, and of course the song starts right off, and you see Ben. Hold on one second. Let me get that character sheet pulled up here.
Depending on the song, Remus is going to hop up and sing it with him.
Okay.
Depending on, sorry, that's not what I was going to say. Sophie's going to lean over to Seth and say, "Who are you thinking you're going to kill?"
We're in a country bar. Take your pick.
Goodness.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I have a decent dice pool. Thank you, Ben.
Is he gonna sing Folsom Prison? Like
no.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Nelly.
Are you taking a picture?
I am.
How many tens?
So Dale, what's your new character's name gonna be?
Daniel.
Apparently it's Daniel.
Hey guys, want to do karaoke?
Oh God!
Not a single.
She would stake you and put you away for a little while.
So not a single die failed.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
So
and he's using presents for those who missed that part.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Get ready to burn your willpower.
Oh no!
So I just posted that to the chat. So in
Well,
addition to none of the dice being a failure, he ended up getting 3 10s.
I called it 3 tens.
Why can't you do that when it's really needed, honey?
So he, so he gets up there and he starts swaying with it, and he's all, without you I always thought that everything was fine without you, never knowing you'd be mine, suddenly my world has changed and I just wonder why, all it took was just one smile. Now with you, out of the blue, love appeared before my eyes with you. Yes, he is professionally singing Debbie Gibson's Out of the Blue.
Hold on, I gotta write that down. That might be important.
And, he's kind of doing a little white boy dance with it, as he goes, and just knocking this out of the ballpark. Everybody will need to spend a point of willpower if you wish, if you wish to resist his awe.
Resist what exactly? What would we be doing?
Completely
resisting his awe.
And in fact, actually, he's scored enough success as Sophie. You need to.
Oh no! Oh no!
You need to give me a self-control check, difficulty 8.
At karaoke.
At karaoke.
It's okay. You're not performing.
No,
better not
Ben
be.
is. Ben is,
Yeah.
and he's putting on a master class at this point.
Nice.
Is this like that episode of Justice League where Batman sings and it turns out Batman sings beautifully?
Yes, but with Debbie Gibson.
One success.
One success. You are finding it hard not to just kind of longingly gaze into the art that you had no idea was inside Ben. But he is nailing this 80s classic like you had never anticipated that he could have ever. I mean, you're still there, and if you want to spend a point of willpower to not be under the effects of his awe, you can.
I like Daniel.
But at
He's
this
not
point,
You know what?
but at this
I'll
point,
just
everybody in the audience who's not vampire are just like, whoa. They're just like mesmerized at his performance at this point.
I'll just go with it.
We should have
See
taken
what-
his
see what
guns
happens.
before we went in there.
Is Cindy on her way, by the way?
Yeah. Well, you said it was kind of a 911, so
Yeah.
she's going to be there as soon as she can.
Okay.
Danny is just cackling at this point.
Seth's trying not to bleed from every
And
orifice.
Shannon is like the others. She's just like, whoa, I never knew he could sing like this. Sort of just like mesmerized. And, and he goes through the entire song of Out of the Blue, with Debbie Gibson's song.
Remus starts a slow clap and then into a standing ovation.
Yeah, like nobody goes up to collect the mic at this point. Like there is that pause there where everybody's just like, whoa, and then everybody starts to like clap along and really get into it. And he's just like bright, chipper, and smiling. He's like, I did it! I really did it! I knocked their socks off! Yes, sir!
Another round.
Okay, roll your resources.
Okay, all right.
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Is it just resources?
Yeah, just resources.
Okay.
Bars are expensive when they're crowded.
It'll be fine. This is Daniel's big night. If I have like do I have a specialty in resources? Like, would that count
No.
if it's for?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay.
Good question, though.
3 successes.
Nice. You've got plenty
Oh,
of
a
money.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, so the big reason was it's not that you couldn't have done it. You might have just had to exhaust a point if you didn't successfully make the roll because you did recently have a big purchase. So
Oh yeah. Well, I needed this just like Daniel did.
so
I needed the happiness.
he hops down off the stage and he's like fist pumping, he's like, yeah. And so he grabs a hold of Remus, again forgetting he's really strong. So he's like ragdolling Remus excitedly.
I'm fine.
He's like, you don't get it. I died before I got a chance to see her perform.
Oh man, well, that sucks, bud. Dude, you really rocked the house tonight.
I did. I really did. And at that point, you see Ben just fall over unconscious onto the ground.
Oh, the spirit has left him. I'm gonna kind of like get him back up onto a chair.
And yeah, I'll move over to him.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it takes a minute, maybe less, for Ben to come back into the piloting chair.
I kind of like look up, but I just say, "Rest well, Daniel."
Baby, is it you?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You have
Yeah.
a vague recollection of what actually just happened.
Yeah, I'm okay. That was a lot better than being, controlled by other things. But yeah.
First timer, whatever.
How's come you don't sing like that at home?
Because you won't let him sing country.
He did sing. That's right. I mean, you hate everything that's not goth, so I just didn't bother.
I hear you singing in the shower, honey.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying in front of an audience.
Is he
Yeah.
allowed to sing Debbie Gibson in the shower then?
Well, you did on the stage.
I sang Debbie Gibson. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Jerome,
Yes.
does it look like anyone's not reacting like they were enthusiastic by what they saw?
Oh no, no. The
Okay.
entire house at this point, it went from like your normal, what you would expect out of a bar. Some people off the side talking, some people maybe listening, some people just not really caring, or looking for a good opportunity to go for a smoke break. He hits the stage, and then like everybody got enraptured.
Okay. So the reason I asked the question is I wanted to make sure that no one else probably who was a supernatural was present and that a complaint wouldn't be made about a breach.
Breach house O.
People familiar with presence would have seen the use of it in a club.
I mean, you could, if we're going political with that, if you were in a cam domain, you could probably make that argument. It wouldn't
Okay,
be
that was basically where I
yeah,
was going with it.
it
I was
wouldn't
trying to
be it wouldn't be a good one because at least the performance was really good. If
yeah,
the
I understand. I
performance
just wanted to
sucked,
make sure that because in the Anarch territory, I know it's different, but I'm like looking at this because we had some complaints about behavior before,
right.
and I'm looking around going, good, that's fine.
It could reasonably pass for somebody ran in and knocked everybody's socks off on the mic.
Okay. So
Is that a question, Sophie?
I would like to do aura perception just to see if I can spot the spirit
Go ahead.
somewhere in the bar, and I rolled 5 successes.
Wow. So you see a bar that is overjoyous that Ben is here. Like everybody
don't
is looking.
see-
Everybody is looking on him affectionately because he pulled a song out, literally out of the blue, that nobody expected, that everybody seemed to enjoy, and they're only mildly less happy with Remus because Remus has bought the entire bar free drinks twice.
Shannon.
But I don't see any like disembodied.
No.
Okay.
Shannon. Is Daniel still here?
I don't hear nothing. But then again, it's kind of loud here.
Let's get outside and kind of regroup. And kind
Oh
of,
yes, please. I
Maybe-
would like that a lot.
You don't want to
Maybe
sing?
we should check the hotel
No.
again.
Yeah, we should definitely.
We need to wait for your daughter because I kind of told her it was a 911.
Okay, sure.
Revis will head off towards the hotel, Jerome.
Okay, sure.
Did anybody call Ryan?
No, sorry. Do we still need him?
No, he seemed to have an affinity with this kind of thing, so I thought because he helped you last time, he might be useful if we needed to like kind of trick somebody out of Ben. But seems like the spirit of music has ascended Daniel to heaven. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
I'm more worried about this shadow. Shannon, what is that?
Let's maybe talk about that outside in the parking lot.
And so as you guys are getting up, like Ben can't go maybe 2 or 3 steps without getting like pats or handshakes or some sort of congratulations.
Phone numbers.
Phone numbers from women.
Phone numbers from men.
There's probably 1 or 2. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's a cowboy bar, sure. I mean,
She's burning those
Dove
numbers.
Did anybody record it on their phones? Is this gonna is Ben gonna be like a YouTube sensation?
I'm sure someone did.
Probably. I mean,
yeah, with that kind
me.
of performance, somebody probably caught something.
He's gonna be more famous than Youssef.
Oh,
But
great.
you guys end up, walking back out to the parking lot and, to hooting and hollering from, the cowpokes on the inside, people who are loving all things country.
What's the name of this
And
place?
you see a car drift into the parking lot with squealing tires
Yep, yep, that's her.
and comes like a complete stop. And you see Cindy come like running out real quick. And
Hey
she's like,
there.
what the hell's going on? Where's the 911? Where's the emergency?
Hey, Princess. Yeah, we thought we might have needed your expertise here, but false alarm. And Ben looks around. Are there any like human beings within like earshot of where we're at right now? Or
No,
okay, so he's gonna be
not
like,
from where you're at.
okay, so he's gonna be like, yeah, we were working on a case. There was a haunting, and a guy actually like took over my body because he wanted to really sing a song at karaoke. And apparently we hit it out of the park. But I think he's gone now. Like that's what he needed or something.
He had unfinished business, and now he's in karaoke heaven.
We hope.
Hey, Princess, do you know what a shadow is when it comes
There's
to
nothing more
being
powerful.
on the other side? Apparently Daniel mentioned that.
Oh,
The guy who took me over.
yeah, I know what a shadow is. Remember how I told you that there were voices in my head?
Right. Okay.
That's kind of what it is. It's like this. It's a good way to put it. It's like an evil version of yourself, and it
Jeez.
wants you to do all the things that you don't want to do, the things that are destructive and mean, and yeah.
Like the beast.
Huh.
Are we talking about Beauty and the Beast?
No, like
Something what?
each of us has a beast inside.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Cindy, how hard would it be to get Daniel back on the other side?
You have to. Who's Daniel?
He
The one who
was
took over your dad.
Isn't he already gone?
I don't know. We don't know. I mean,
I didn't see anyone floating around in the bar.
Shannon, did you sense, did Daniel pass on? Is he still here? Is he haunting this place now?
She says, I'm sorry, I don't have those kind of powers. I don't know. I can just talk to the dead.
Oh.
I don't have the mystic voodoo stuff that tells me, if they're still around and whatnot.
okay.
do you
Well,
want to go back to the hotel?
I mean, we need to. If everything's back to normal, then I guess we'd have our answer, right?
Or the shadows there?
I would imagine it sounds like him and the shadow would be the same thing. If we had denied him going to karaoke, we probably would have had to deal with the shadow. But because
she nods and she says that sounds more like it. I mean, if this is something he was really wanting to do, it was probably a driving urge
yeah, he was.
of some kind.
Yeah.
Can they get stuck on this side and not be able to go back?
Yeah.
Don't they need and they need a fetter as well to stay here?
Well, fetters are typically on this side.
Does the fetter keep them here, or can they just pass on when they're? Oh, okay.
So we need to find his fetter.
Important because that's where we could sleep and rest in a protective state.
Right. Yeah. Shannon was mentioning that a while back. Well, yeah.
So
okay. Let's
we
head
need to
back.
find the fetter.
Yeah.
Is the fetter a physical thing, or would his fetter have been the unfinished business?
No, fetters are always physical. Unfinished business is like a psychological thing. It's like a drive.
Okay.
You
well,
know
if he,
how like somebody might want to collect comic books and they're missing that one piece.
Mhm.
kind of like that.
So if he finished that, would he even need a fetter anymore?
If he's not here, probably not.
Okay. So I mean, we should go back to the. I mean, he may have died in the hotel room, if that's why he was there.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
I mean,
well, that's creepy.
When did he say he passed? 90 something?
And
Something in the 90s.
he knew about Final Fantasy VII, so late 90s.
So we can
Maybe look it up.
the Google thing
Yeah,
and see if there was a death at the Red Lion in what did he say 96?
it would have been post that. I think like later, like 98, 99.
we're
But there,
we're making this complicated. We just need to make sure that the place wasn't haunted anymore. If it isn't, technically case closed and we get
Well,
paid. So
if he's in his fetter, how are we going to know?
Well, you'll
You're going to
be
need
we'll go
somebody who
there
can
and
pick up on it. That's Cindy talking.
yeah, I mean, we can look at. I have seen that type of stuff before. If you can look at auras, and you know what you're looking for, it kind of shows up a little bit. Look at an object. That's how I found out Dougie's hatchet was his fetter.
I'll be sad if his like fetter was a Debbie Gibson ticket.
that would be so sad.
Let's go check out the room.
Right.
And now you guys are all dogging on him.
No, I like Daniel. This is the nicest character I've come across today. Isadora. She could learn something from him.
Do you want to go with us, Cindy, since you're here?
It's not really. The idea of getting close to something like that right now is kind of unsettling. So if it's not a 911 situation, I think I'd rather go back home.
Okay. Sorry to
problem,
bring you out
princess.
here.
I'm just glad it's okay, and apparently you sang like a bird, I guess.
It was
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Yeah, not like he does in the shower.
You know,
I will take your word for it.
TMI, I did not need to know that.
Same.
I'm stopping off to get some brain bleach on the way home.
right. All right. All right. Peanut Gallery. We'll see you back at the Haven, and let's all head back to room 202. See what's going on. So then Ben gets back in the car and starts heading out.
and leaves the country bar to head back down the freeway.
Yeah,
back
didn't have to tell
down,
Seth twice.
and back down to the old Red Lion Hotel.
Legend
Revis,
of
you were
Ben.
obviously there long before anybody
Yep.
at this point. So, I mean, you come back and he's still kind of watching the front door at this point.
Yep. Not a big deal. I'll walk over and knock on the door.
Okay, so I mean, the manager opens it back up and he says, "Oh, is it just you this time?"
The others may be following. So the evening's been uneventful, I assume, so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's been pretty quiet.
Can I take a quick look at the room? There was something that took place, and I want to make sure that it really indicates that the situation's resolved.
Sure. So he walks with you back to the lobby and back up to the elevator to take you back up to the second floor.
Mhm.
Walk back down to the room 202.
And when we open the door, does it look like it's restored to normal and nothing's floating?
Nothing's floating. It's not in place, though. I mean, it's like everything kind of came back down all at once.
All at once. Okay. Do I feel anything creepy? Like I walk into the room and
Oh, yeah.
I don't get goosebumps or anything?
No, you still feel creepy.
You still feel creepy?
Yep.
Okay.
Creepy chicken.
I step back out of the room and take out my phone and call Ben. I go, Ben,
Yeah. What's up, Revis?
it's better. I don't think it's solved.
Okay. Yeah, we're on our way there. I'm not feeling his presence or anything, and we can't hear or see him. But yeah, we'll see what we can see when we're there. Can you see auras? I don't know what your powers are like.
It's not one of the things I've majored in. However, the room still is very uncomfortable upon entering, but all of the items have gone to a position of rest. So if I had to speculate, I'd guess it's unpowered at the moment.
Right. Okay. Well, some improvement. Yeah, we'll get there and we'll do our thing. See if we can find something else.
All right.
See if while you're there, see if there's any like documents or things hidden, weird trinkets. He might have a fetter in there. We don't know, but we'll take a look when we get there too.
Um, you'll pardon me, Ben, but I'm not crossing that threshold. It would
Fair
be
enough.
better for all of you if I was not ever possessed.
Right. Fair point. All right.
We don't
See you
want
in
to
a
hear
few.
Revis sing.
That would not be what you heard Revis doing.
Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip.
You might become a whole lot more familiar with what latex is really used for.
Oh my
Maybe?
god.
I'm gonna say, like, if the room is still doing stuff, can somebody please call Ryan? Like, this seems like he helped
Oh,
us
no.
before with spirits and with Sophie. Like, shouldn't we maybe enlist his help in this?
She
a good
wasn't
point.
really possessed though.
Well, but he said that he can sense ghosts and he has shamanic abilities. Like,
Yeah, I think but she didn't have a ghost in her. She just short circuited her.
well, yeah, but I'm saying he said this to me with, like, this is the thing that he can do. Like, if anybody is going to be available to, like, help us exorcise a ghost, it's probably going to be him.
Well, we
Well,
can take a look or check.
he's probably
I'm-
he's probably in his fetter at the moment because remember Cindy said that, and I think even Shannon has said it, that when they exude that much energy, they have to return to their fetter and rest.
Yeah, but
So I don't think he's going to be coming out anytime soon.
but what are we going to do with it once we find it?
Take it to the Giovanni.
Look, I'm not opposed to us calling him. I just don't want to be the one to do it.
Oh yeah, I can call him. That's
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah.
I would do it, but I don't have a phone, and also I'm driving, and that's not safe. Looks in the camera.
So
Someone
Revis
could
is gonna
die.
chit-chat the manager, tell him the rest of them are due back. I'm going to stand here by the door and see if any activity resumes. Why don't you go wait by the door for them to show up?
Okay, understood. And so he goes walking back down to wait by the door for everybody else to show up. And within
And
a
on the
few more
drive,
moments, you guys, come pulling back up and you're in the roundabout.
And Ben will he'll text Ryan and say, "Hey, might have a task for you dealing with spirits. You available?"
Okay, so he fires a text back over and he says, I could be."
And it's Ben says, "Great, meet me and the gang at the Red Lion Hotel," and he puts down the address.
Okay.
And he looks at everybody. All right. Well, Ryan will be here eventually. Let's go see what we can see.
Okay.
Well, Jerome, how do I heal that bashing? Do I spend a blood point to?
Yep.
Okay, could I have done that by now?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
I am glad to have you back, babe.
Good to be back.
So
It's starting to become old hat. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Definitely bad.
It's becoming like what?
Old hat. I mean, this is my second time. That's weird. I've been possessed 2 times.
Brittany, complete side note, but when Ben said that, if you get the chance to go back and look at it, his facial expressions reminded me a lot of Sydney Watson, like in her segues when she's doing commercials.
Nice.
She's a commentator, but she does comedy sometimes to promote her channel
Her
sponsors and
her
whatnot.
ads are pretty.
Yeah,
Her ads are pretty funny.
her ads are kind of funny. So it just the way you kind of did that, it really reminded me of her. So sorry.
Cool.
So, but yeah, the property manager lets all of you back in at that point. When you all start arriving. And shortly thereafter, you hear the rumble of a motorcycle showing up.
That must be him.
That's Ryan.
Why don't you go ahead and go upstairs and use see if you can spot it. I'll wait for Ryan and meet you up there.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Ben
she'll give him a
rejoins.
kiss.
Yeah. And then head up to room 202.
Okay. And at this point, Ryan, gets shown up by the manager at this point too. Is everybody like hanging out in front of the room again, or?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of figured, but I just want to make sure. So Ryan comes walking back up. He's got just a denim coat on at this point, denim jeans, white shirt, leather vest kind of over that. And he's got a couple things in a kind of like it's like one of those pouches that strap to your thigh.
Okay.
Your belt and your thigh sort of thing. So he's got one of those going on too, travel pack or whatever. And he, looks around, sees everybody like gather around outside the door, and he's like, I'm okay. I'm here. What's wrong with this old hotel?
Hey, Ryan. We just dealt with a spirit who calls himself Daniel. And he's been haunting this room for a while. He even actually possessed me for past half hour or so. So we're trying to find out if he's gone back in here or what exactly is going on. We know that you've had some experience with like sniffing out spirits and whatnot. See what you can tell.
Oh, I'm not very good with human spirits.
Oh, really?
But I can give it a.
What other kind of spirits are there?
Oh, animal spirits, essence spirits.
Huh.
Reeves just kind of looks over at him.
Brain
Wait.
short circuit spirits?
What are essence spirits? What does that mean?
Things that don't really fall into a category like animals or humans. I know it sounds weird, but it's kind of like an animal spirit, but not.
Is that what Sophie had the other night?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I had to see, I told you. She's going to look at Remus. I told you.
You didn't tell me anything. Like
I told you that she was not possessed by a ghost or anything like that.
I didn't say I didn't say she was possessed. I said he had experience with spirits, and it might be good to have somebody with experience, because if there's nothing to slash, I'm not going to be as helpful. He could at least go, oh, it's over there, run, like before any of us could.
So, I mean, I'm happy to take a look. It's a little out of my wheelhouse, but I mean, it might be able to help, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we're all gonna take looks inside. You do your mojo, we'll do our mojo, and see what we can all find.
Reeves looks over at Phyllis Saber and goes, he's musically orientated and was a singer, so it's quite possible the fetish is going to be related to his abilities.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
I'm going to roll for Auspex again.
Center. Yeah, same thing.
One success.
Yeah, I have aspects, or I have the first one.
So you guys are like starting to look at the room. He walks over into the bathroom at this point, because I mean it's not a whole lot of room for a bunch of people
I'm
investigating.
not in the room.
No, I know, but there's more.
Okay, I just wanted to restate that.
Yes. So who is going into the room then? I know Ben is. Sophie.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody else, except Danny, who has brought his pub nuts.
Oh, I forgot he was here.
And Shannon just kind of kicking back. Yeah, he's just anytime a camera points over to him to get any sort of response, he's just kind of giggling a little bit. He's like, "It's a hell of a thing."
Maybe it just goes over there and joins them.
Okay.
So I got one success.
Yeah. Okay. So one success. Sophie, what'd you get?
Auspex?
Yes, you have Auspex.
Oh, which one?
Difficulty.
It'd be
It'd be 2 if
Two.
if you're looking for aura perception. 2 successes.
Can I explain what what I was thinking of doing was doing heightened senses to increase my sense of smell,
Okay.
and like looking to smell something that feels like old or aged, like it's been
Sure.
there since
Yeah,
like
you
the
can do that.
90s.
nice.
Right on ahead.
Good
So-
thinking.
Old like the 90s.
Well, old like something from the 90s. Like if it's been there that long, like maybe it's like it smells like an old book. Nameen.
Okay. And Ben, what'd you get?
No successes.
None.
I got a 10 and a 1.
Yeah, you failed.
Canceled out.
So cancel. Okay. So you're sniffing around.
They clean too good here.
You're all. Listen. Do you smell something? And so Sophie, as you guys are looking around trying to make heads or tails, but you're not seeing any sort of disembodied energy shapes of any kind.
Move. Watch out.
Sophie, you do, however, notice as you're looking around, you don't see Ryan there anymore.
I don't see him in the bathroom.
No.
Guys,
I mean, did he close the door?
No.
Hey,
I'm gonna step into the, or like follow him into the bathroom and start like opening things.
Are you about to do the poltergeist thing where she jumps into the TV and you turn the channels to see if you can save her?
Hell no. Saw parts of that as a child and they have scarred me forever. No, I'm just gonna look around and see if I can.
Yeah, I mean,
see,
you
like,
look
where-
around, it looks like nothing has ever been touched in here, with the exception of the fact it's missing the single service soaps, from the counter. But like towels are in place. The liner to the shower.
Was there wasn't a window, was there?
Nope. No, this is like your typical hotel bathroom. It's on the inside.
So she'll start like calling around. Ryan? Hello?
And you guys can all hear that.
Okay.
Anyone?
Where's Ryan?
Not in the bathroom where he was a minute ago.
Do I pick up anything with my one success?
Nope. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary, with the exception of the fact that obviously items that had been floating around are all on the ground and scattered a bit.
I'm gonna go and look in the mirror. Do I see Ryan in the mirror?
No.
I'm gonna touch the mirror.
Just don't say Bloody Mary 3 times.
How would I do that?
The mirror appears to be very sturdy
Okay.
for a mirror.
Is it?
Beavis goes,
Is there any shadows?
he's Lasombra, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what makes you think he didn't leave by some other method?
Like what? Turning into vapor or something?
I mean, it's possible, but if something happened to him, we should at least do our due diligence to the person that I invited here.
You're feeling that
Hey,
sense of
baby.
responsibility. I get it.
Yeah.
Ben
yeah.
takes out his phone and he calls Ryan's phone to see if he can hear his phone ring somewhere.
Okay. You do not hear the
Um,
phone ring.
I rolled for aura perception again. I got 0 successes.
Okay. Good to know.
Is there any shadows?
No.
Hmm.
The
Probably
room
left
is
by the
completely
ventilation.
illuminated by you guys flipping on light switches.
I'm going to turn off the light switch in the bathroom. Do I see anything different?
You see Sophie in the dark.
Okay. But like, there's no like shadow world where like now we
When-
see Ryan, but he's in the reflection.
When the
Yes, no.
light goes off, suddenly Sophie's gonna let out a little like squeak.
Oh, sorry. I'll turn the lights back on. If I don't notice anything, I'll turn the lights back on.
No.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try again for aura perception?
Sure. Go ahead.
Can I try? I want to try the scent thing again, but can I see if I can sense Ryan? Like he probably smells like motorcycle and denim.
Sure. Go right ahead.
It smells like Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Oh man, failure.
Okay.
Ben's gonna turn to Shannon because Shannon was like Shannon and Danny are outside the room.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Revis.
Okay.
And Revis.
And
Oh my
Revis. Okay.
God.
So
Another
then,
failure.
so
I
Ben's
hate digital
gonna
dice.
go outside and be like, "Hey, none of you saw Ryan walk out here and leave, did you?"
Nope.
Yeah. So they both kind of look around and shake their heads. No.
Okay.
George,
He's disappeared. We can't find him.
That's a real shame.
for you to use your heightened senses, it's a difficulty 8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the book says.
Not for heightened
Okay.
senses. It's not.
No.
Oh,
Heightened
no?
senses lowers your
No.
difficulty.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was looking
Yeah.
at. Oh,
So
or I was.
it
I was
goes
remembering
down
if.
to I think a 5. So
Oh,
you got one. So you got 1 success.
sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the aura perception
Yes. Aura
rule for
perception. If you
difficulty.
have that, it's.
Oh yeah, I
difficulty.
don't. I'm not cool enough.
Yeah, he got 1 success.
So
Okay.
I got 1 success.
So
and I got 2 successes
Remus,
before. Yes.
you're not picking up anything that smells like the road. You're not picking
Okay.
up anything that smells like Stetson or denim. But you do pick up faint smell of something sweet. Something parfumey.
Does it smell like Sophie?
No, it does not.
No. Okay.
You are
I
used to
s-
that smell. It is definitely a non-Sophie scent.
Okay.
It's me. No, just kidding.
You wear perfume?
Yeah, she wears patchouli.
Oh. I'd be really surprised. I thought she like sprays herself with like nightshade liquid or something.
Nightshade liquid.
I don't know.
It's Nightshade 2.0, by the way.
From Calvin Klein. I'm gonna say I smell something sweet, and I'm gonna try and follow it or kind of see
Revis
where it
goes,
goes.
I can change and probably have a better chance with the scent than you can. When I'm in a changed form, my scent is severely augmented.
Yeah, that's great. Can't hear you from the bathroom. I'm gonna keep trying to find or follow the scent as best I can.
Sure. So you follow it into the room proper, not the bathroom, but in the room proper, and you end up following it to the dresser, the little or not the dresser, but the nightstand that sat next to one of the bedrooms.
Okay.
Or
I'm gonna open
beds,
the.
sorry.
I'm gonna open the drawers.
Okay. You open the drawer. The Gideon Bible's right there. Just let
Okay.
you know. And then next to that is actually a ticket.
You called it.
1 point for George. I'll pull the ticket out. I'll hold it up.
It was Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And true to life, Debbie Gibson did play in Beauty and the Beast on the Broadway production.
Oh snap! Man, Ben is fired as a detective. It's Remus now. I'm gonna say I think I may have found the fetter.
Ben's going to turn around and look at it and try to use his aura perception on it.
Sure, go ahead.
Three successes.
Good job.
Sure. Okay. And then Revis, give me a perception and alertness check. Difficulty 8. No, Revis.
Oh,
Not
me?
Revis. Yes, Revis.
Okay. Discord.
I'll be right back.
Fine.
Perception and what was it again, Jerome?
Perception and alertness. Difficulty 8.
Perception. Okay.
I need to buff my perception and alertness.
2 and alertness is so it's 5. Okay.
Jerome, I need
Yeah.
more points.
8, 7, 7, 1. So 3 successes.
Oh, it was difficulty 8. So if you
Oh,
had
I'm
it-
sorry.
It's okay.
Then I just tied it once. That's it.
Yeah. So
Because the 10's offset by the 1.
yeah. So okay. So then that was so then no successes. That's fine. What were we saying, Remus?
No, I was just I was just saying stuff.
Okay. Ben, so you examine that again with your aura perception, looking for any sort of potential radiation of emotion, kind of like what you've seen sometimes when a wraith may be slumbering in a fetter, and you don't see anything.
Okay. And so Ben goes over and he kind of picks up the ticket and he's like, well, I'm not seeing anything, but I wonder. Hold on a second. And he takes it and he heads back out into the hallway where Shannon is and goes, Shannon, if someone was using a fetter, but they managed to cross over, does that change the fetter? Like it doesn't show up as being useful anymore? Do you know?
Yeah, she shakes her head. Oh no, that's not how that works. Once it's tied, it's tied.
Huh. Okay.
And as you're asking that question, you see Ryan walking right up behind Revis at this point,
So,
like rubbing the back of his neck.
hey, Ryan, where were you, man?
So yeah, when you ask like Revis, he ends up like walking like right up behind you, and you didn't even know he was there. So it's a little startling. So he's like, so yeah, he just shrugs. He says, "So I can confirm that it's kind of thin in there."
Oh,
The shroud you're talking about. Okay, what happened to you?
I checked something out, and it was I guess difficult to get back.
Are you okay?
He looks himself. I'm fine. Just
Okay. You just vanished out of nowhere. Some of us were worried.
sorry, I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, okay. No. So, just making sure that I'd feel bad if we called you here and then bad stuff happened to you.
But really?
Shannon, would you mind coming in here and seeing if you can see or sense Danny or Daniel?
And she said, I would love to help, but I can only talk to them. I don't have a
Well-
way of sensing them like that.
Can you get in tuned and see if you can talk to him?
She said, sure, I'll give it a shot, but I can't attune to them. I don't have those powers. That's what I've been trying to say. You need a necromancer for that sort of thing.
Well, here, Ryan, can you tell if there's anything? I can't check to see if there's really. It doesn't seem like there's anything on this ticket, but seem like this is the thing that Daniel was talking about. It's right up his alley. Can you tell if there's anything strange about it?
Yeah, I'm sorry that, like I said, human ghost spirit things, that's a little out of my league.
Should we call the
Alright.
Giovanni now?
Did Giovanni have necromancers?
They are the necromancers.
Yeah, we're just going to keep owing him. I'd rather not do that.
It would be a civil service to the city, not to us.
You could always
Yeah,
just
they're
burn
not
a
going to see
ticket.
it that way. That's true. We could.
What happens if we burn the fetter, Shannon?
Well, I mean, if you did something like that, that could be bad for the Wraith. Really bad for the Wraith.
Is it possible for a wraith to move on and not need the fetter anymore?
Hold on one second. Hey, Brittany, I think for some reason it changed over from your headset to your regular speakers.
Let's see. No. But I'll toggle it just in case.
Because there for a bit, it sounded like we were picking
Is it better now?
test. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't hear
It-
the. I don't.
it
hear
looks the same.
back feed.
It looks the same on my end, but whatever.
It's Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you got out of range temporarily or something. I have no idea.
I mean, I put them on the desk
Oh.
when I walked away.
Eh.
So I don't know. Computers.
Right.
So
Who are we talking about? Burning the fetter or giving it to the Giovanni? Is that
Well,
what we're talking about?
It doesn't even seem like it's a fetter. I mean, I can't. If you want to take a look at this, it's supposed to look strange. If it is, I mean, I've seen them before, but
What is it? What does
nothing
it look
going on
like
now.
in aura? What does its aura look like?
It smelled sweet when I found it.
I've never had a fetter smell before.
I mean, I didn't aura percept it. That's just how I found it.
Okay, I will do Spirit's Touch.
I only got one success on my aura perception again.
okay. Yeah, you're not picking up anything.
I wonder if the sweet smell meant that Daniel had a sweet memory before he went off to karaoke heaven.
Go ahead and roll, Sophie. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
5.
Ooh,
Good
nice job, girl.
grief.
This is Sophie's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We're all failing, but Sophie's doing great.
I know that's odd for
Rude.
That's the
Yeah,
Baron
so
you're talking
Spirit's
about.
Spirit's Touch. 5 successes
Okay.
on the ticket.
So this is what you end up picking up from the ticket. The ticket clearly has not been used. It was purchased, but never redeemed. So you are actually seeing the scene of a young man driving, in a car, tapping on the steering wheel, clearly listening to his favorite tunes, and looking down at the at the ticket, completely enamored because he's about to go see Debbie Gibson playing in Beauty and the Beast, the Broadway type production. And in a moment, you end up seeing bright lights, and the car he's in is struck. It rolled several times, and it gets struck again. And the visual that you get from that at that point is that The reason why the ticket survived is because it's a ticket and there wasn't like any fire or anything to contend with, or any wet solution that would have ruined it. So it could just fly, flap around, around in the cabin of the car without an issue. But that was when he died. He actually died of an automobile accident. It was a multiple car collision.
Do I get any impression of how it made it into this room?
What you gather, based upon your visual, it looks like somebody may have picked it up as trash of some kind and just brought it in here. But you also did pick up the visual. The reason why the ticket smelled is because he spritzed it with electric youth.
I'm assuming that's a cologne.
Electric Youth was the perfume Debbie Gibson came out with shortly thereafter.
I hadn't heard someone say spritz in a long time, Jerome.
This man was in love.
Okay, extreme fanboy. Unfortunate ending. So she'll hold out the ticket to anyone else that wants to look at it or whatever, and just kind of explain, like, this is how he died. And I think you're right. I think this is probably his fetter.
Is the issue with the room now? Is it just the fact that, I guess, because they mentioned this before, that like the barrier between worlds is like really thin here? Is that what we're sensing when we go into the room and it feels odd that Daniel is gone? Because you guys are saying there's nothing in here in the ticket, but could it just be that this is just like a nexus point? Is that why we're feeling this way?
Oh, it absolutely could be. It's the same kind of thing when you get walking out all by yourself, in a cemetery or whatnot. You know how it feels kind of creepy and you're unsure. That it's the same thing. The barrier between the worlds is a little bit weaker around that time frame.
2 for 2, Remus Detective. Yeah. Is there any way to strengthen it, close it up?
You can with necromancy.
Man, we need a necromancer.
Giovanni.
Yeah, I know, but jeez.
Just tell them that we've come across this situation and we're handing it off to them.
Well, I mean, if they care.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, because isn't there like this informal council that they have with the city? And you're the sweeper for the Anarchs, and you lack the skill to successfully resolve it. So in a gesture of openness and friendship, you decided to relay the information to the Giovanni with the expectation that they have the talent suitable for closing this threat to the city.
2 points for you, Rebus.
Why is this such a big deal? We're friends. We can just give him a call. Look, I could call Quan right now and see if he wants to take a look.
I didn't say it was a big deal. I just made a suggestion that maybe the sweeper should be the one to contact them and do it in a diplomatic fashion.
I think I understand Ben's, because it feels like, we do kind of ask them to help us out a lot, but I mean, at this point,
this is their wheelhouse this time.
Just every time we ask them, they want the permanent boon, the IOU.
Well, they're not going to get one this time because this has to do with the city and not just us.
Well, I get the feeling that where spirits are concerned, we're kind of doing them a favor. I mean, it's kind of their thing.
All right. I
mean, I wouldn't say like this is, them giving us a boon kind of a thing, but I think they definitely would not.
Actually, we could ask them if they're aware of it and turn it around. Say, sweeper, while
That's not a bad
performing his
idea.
was performing his duty and became aware of a situation where there's a weakness in this, whatever this veil thing is, between worlds, and were Giovanni aware that it existed?
And he got rode.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
I should maybe point out that where spirits are concerned, the Giovanni are kind of the boogeyman. And
to
I
the
know,
spirits.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, certain situations we might want to be sensitive about that.
We
I
should,
know
but
there are some sorcerers that specialize with the spirit type stuff. Maybe that might be
we
an
don't
option.
need him now that he knows that he can possess somebody, him possessing other people, or the shadow taking over and doing bad things.
Are you talking about Daniel?
Hmm.
Isn't he gone?
We don't. I don't know. They would know.
Okay, well, here you mentioned Quan, Sophie. You think you could reach out to him, see if he's available? I mean,
Yeah,
might as well.
yeah, and
Everyone's saying to do it.
I trust him to be open with us about um, whether their involvement is a good choice in this situation. So, yeah,
Go for
sure.
it.
So Sophie will call Quan and she'll put it on speakerphone.
Okay. So it rings and rings. And Quan picks up. Hey, Sophie, what's going on?
Hey, Quan. So we're looking into an incident around town, a haunting at the Red Lion Hotel. Is that something that your people are aware of?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
We've just had an interesting experience where the wraith that seems to have been haunting this room possessed Ben and made him go do karaoke. And the I know it seems not too bad comparatively, but it seems to be gone now. But we think we found his fetter, and also the room still feels really weird. Would you
Okay.
maybe be able to take a look?
Yeah, sure. You said the old Red Lion Hotel?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, I had a science conference there a couple of years back. Yeah, I'm familiar with the place. I'll be down there in a few.
Great, thanks, Quan.
All right.
You did good, honey.
Yeah.
Do we need to worry about what happened to Ryan?
I mean, Ryan's fine. I'm still confused. Ryan, did you go somewhere? You suddenly weren't in the room and then you're out there in the hallway. Like, where did you go?
Uh, have you seen the movie Poltergeist?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
I would
yeah.
think
No.
I think kind of like that.
Oh, so you went to like another dimension or something and then popped back in or what?
Kind
So you
of. I
crossed. You
think yeah.
crossed over.
And came out in room 208.
What's wrong with?
208.
Is there something wrong with 208?
No, that's just where I came back out.
Huh.
So it's not like haunted also.
I
Jerome?
don't think so. I mean, this is the room that's given off all the bad vibes.
I would go back out to the hallway and look the way the rooms are numbered.
Mhm.
Is 208 the direction he came from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess we should wait for the shroud expert or whatever to arrive because we're kind of missing that info. So, you may take a cards while we wait.
So as you guys wait, and a brief time lapse so we can start getting this wrapped up. Quan does eventually show back up. His sedan pulls out in front of the hotel. The property manager brings him back up, and of course he sees everybody gathered, outside this, outside this room. And he starts kind of looking around. He looks around for a second and mutters something in Latin. And as he starts walking in and looking around, he says, "Okay, well, the reason why you're feeling awkward about this room is it's what we would classify as a haunt. For lack of a better term, haven for raids.
So there's more than one?
It could be, but I don't see it. Havens don't necessarily mean that they have to have more than one.
But do they have to have feathers present in order to?
No.
Wait, so it's just a place where a wraith has spent a lot of time, kind of a thing?
No, not necessarily. It can differ. Usually, there was some sort of tie. Like for example, the reason why the woods seem haunted frequently to some people because the rumors that maybe a tribal shaman was out there and conducted bad rituals or something. Well, that sort of thing might have some sort of residual energy, and that residual energy could bring down the barrier between our world and theirs.
Could a concert ticket do it?
No.
So something has to happen in an area to make this boundary kind of weaker.
So it's
Yeah,
pop-
like for example, remember the old mental institution that got bulldozed down a while back?
Yep.
The reason why it was so haunted is because of all of the bad things that happened in that place.
Mhm. So it's not necessarily stuff that happened to Daniel, but Daniel just happened to pop out of this hole where bad stuff happens.
Who's Daniel?
He was our ghost friend.
The wraith that possessed Ben and had a burning desire to sing karaoke.
Huh.
He was amazing.
Okay. So it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it can be something of great significance. For example, there is a place in Atlanta, Georgia, one of the big government buildings that's been there a long time. It happens to be a haunt because it's a major significance. It's been around a long time.
So this haunt, it could be problematic though, because Ryan over there, he was walking around and got poofed into a different world and then popped back out over in room 208.
He's all. He kind of looks to the new guy, assuming that's Ryan, and he says, "Poofed to a that doesn't sound right." So he's, where exactly did that happen? And so he points to the bathroom, and he goes looking around in there, doing some other things and pulling out, and he ends up pulling out like a compass, watching the needle, and he says, I don't know if it fluctuates that greatly, but it's possible. But generally, no. Haunts are they're the analogy, of course, is like the veil or the shroud. The shroud's the actual technical term, but it's that barrier between our world and theirs. And haunts typically have a lower shroud which allows wraiths who are there easier access to people who might be in the room or in the
Is there
building, for
is
example.
there is there anything we can do to like strengthen the veil so that way this because they're hoping to reopen this place and it's going to be pretty bad if another
Um,
haunting happens.
I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, we don't necessarily want to mess with the shroud per se. That's pretty potent magic, but we can put up wards versus spirit or wards versus wraith.
Can we make sure nobody accidentally, while using the bathroom, ends up in the Shadowlands or whatever happened to Ryan?
That's something we'd probably have to examine a little bit more in further detail. It's something about that doesn't sound quite right to me. Because if that was the case, one of you probably would have done that already, rather than just him.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we'd have to make sure that happens because that's going to be hard to explain away if somebody tries to be in room 202 and then disappears forever.
Otherwise, for the time being, I'd say, I mean, the place is closed. It seems kind of irrelevant, but don't rent out room 202.
Right.
So we just tell them that 202 just remains empty.
Use it
Well,
for
Or
storage.
you could just enclose the bathroom and make it a room that doesn't have a bathroom.
That's against like city
Yeah, they
codes or
can't rent.
something.
They couldn't rent the room out.
yeah. Well, okay. I mean, at least there's not weird stuff happening, and because they were like hearing stuff and smelling stuff, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore. And Shannon, you haven't heard like Daniel or anybody else around, have you? It seems like he hasn't said
No,
anything.
she shakes her head.
I mean, I don't know. Seems like he's really left. It doesn't seem like the Fedder's doing anything for him. And if nothing else is going on, Kwan's got a good point.
Oh, you got a fetter?
We think
I mean,
he
this
was
ticket.
really into Debbie Gibson, and we have a Debbie Gibson ticket.
Oh, do you mind if I see that real quick?
Go for it.
Okay, so he takes that and he walks into the room and he starts doing something on the floor, making a circle. And he says, "You said his name was Daniel,
That's right.
right?" Okay, so he starts saying something in Latin again, and clearly saying Daniel's name. And
Since
you get the impression he's trying to compel the spirit with the item.
since I know Latin, she should be able to understand what he's saying.
Yeah, he's compelling the spirit.
Okay, that's what she'll tell them then.
And at that point, when nothing happens, he says, "Well, I mean, if this was important to, even if it wasn't a fetter, if this was important to him, he would have responded if he was nearby."
Well, he's moved on. That's good.
That sounds excellent.
Right.
Do you have any special like? Is there anything we need to do with the fetter? I'd like it if if there's nothing wrong with it.
You want to keep it?
I mean,
They kind of had a bromance going.
there's no romance. He was just a sweet person, and it's not often we meet a nice person on a night like this.
Sure.
I mean, so as long as it's not something like if you need to destroy it, then I understand. But I'll
Was
Yeah.
was he malignant? Was he?
No.
No, just really wanted to sing.
Then
we're
I don't think you really have much to worry about there. It's possible he transcended.
good for him.
I'm
Right.
glad that that's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
They can. It's very difficult.
I'm gonna this will be like epilogue stuff, but I'm gonna get that ticket framed.
Well,
Well-
I guess we let them know that they can't rent out this room.
Yeah, but at least they're not going to have any like issues. That was really the main point. So,
But it doesn't mean they won't have issues in the future.
At the
well,
very
if they
least,
do, we'll come back.
Yeah, at the very least, this is a temporary solution.
Okay. And that's where we're going to stop for the night. And just for actually resolving the Wraith issue without actually getting to fisticuffs or trying to burninate him or any degree, everybody gets an additional 5 XP.
Ooh,
Awesome.
nice.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.
Even though, I mean, I guess we didn't
Even
have to.
though-
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
It was about Seth trying to kill people at the bar.
Oh,
what was wrong with that?
Put her in a country bar sitting. I know that was on purpose.
I
so
liked it.
our next game for Ashland by Night is going to be September the 15th. So the next game we have coming up, however, is our Marvel Superheroes game, which is coming up tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're so
Yay.
inclined, please check that out. And then Wednesday we have Cyberpunk, which is at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Street
Yay.
Fighter at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is on Thursday. And then the 9th, we will be back in action with Ashland Blood Ties. Pardon me, I got hiccups. And that starts at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if anybody's so inclined, please tune in and check that out. Stop by and hang out with us in the chat. We love having people to chat with us. You can also redeem points if you have enough to push for free rerolls, which they always love. Outside of that, we're going to go ahead and sign off from there. And everybody have a good night. Good night, guys.
Thanks, Beth.
Night all.
Pour one out for Daniel.